High School Sports Live, in partnership with ABC 27 News, is proud to present the Mid-Penn Girls Championship featuring the Lower Dauphin Falcons and the Harrisburg Cougars. This broadcast is brought to you by our premier sponsor, the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. Good evening, everyone. I'm Gary Sutton. Alongside of me, Todd McCall, your color analyst tonight. And prowling the sidelines, as always, is Grace Grill. And Lower Dauphin, Harrisburg coming into this one tonight. It's a tale of two cities, really. And for Lower Dauphin, it's going to be, can we keep the game low scoring? Can we hang on to the basketball? And can we make sure we share the ball well?
Right, Lower Dauphin has great defense. These girls, like last game I was there, I was at Trinity, and they were just, that's what won the game for them, is they shut down their offense. So big defensive game is going to be the key for them. Amber
Schweiger, a girl that's averaging about 16 points a game, gets it done. But they've got a whole cast of talented characters there.
Yeah, Amber Schweiger is their floor general. She is that true point guard that you and Todd always talk about, and she commands that floor. But you have Grace Day down low and Paulina out on the perimeter. Everyone can contribute on this team.
On the other side of things, we've got Harrisburg, a team that loves to get it up and get going and run. And we talk about a whole lot of players in this team that can get it done. They are inside and they're outside, Todd McCall.
Well, they're big inside, and that's going to be very tough, I think, matchup-wise for Lower Dauphin. But if you look at the clip that we're rolling, one of the things I like is you got to get out in the passing lanes. Lower Dauphin does it very well, but so does Harrisburg. And you look at McCullough, the first thing that she does is get after it, and she creates turnovers and gets up and down the floor. Then you see her calling out, spotting up, and they find her. And when you spot up, the great thing is you get the ball when you hit it. She hits it from 19-9, and then you come back down the floor. And what I really like when you're looking at this team, this Harrisburg team, is Dejanay Brandon. I like what Brandon can do. Brandon for a big, she can dribble. She goes behind her back. You see in the clip, finds an open spot, and then finishes inside 5 foot away. This is a great game. But one thing I'm telling you right now, it comes down to fundamentals in championship games. I give the edge to Lower Dauphin, but I give the loose ball play and the rough type of play and getting after it play to Harrisburg Cougars. Anything can happen tonight.
And don't forget Anya Woodward, number 2. We'll be calling her number a lot tonight. She averages 16 points a game as well. She really penetrates well, but she also dishes it off well. And that sets up the inside game, so the outside game is that much better with McCullough out there knocking down the threes.
Well, and you mentioned it, Grace mentioned it. We like floor generals. That's the coaching, a former player. Floor generals make things happen. And that's what you just said. They get after it. If you got to have somebody create, can you get into the basket? Can you penetrate past the foul line and dish off and find it? And once you find someone, can they hit it? And I thought Harrisburg did a great job against Shippensburg, but this is a different stick to measure against 21-1 Lower Dauphin Falcons tonight.
Hey, it's the Mid-Penn Championship. The popular consensus is if it's in the 50s, it goes toward Harrisburg. If it's in the 30s or 40s, it goes toward Lower Dauphin. You're going to find out next right here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
These past few years have been tough on all of us. You worry about the economy, your job, your savings. You may even have given up on your dream of owning your own home. But don't give up just yet. We're PHFA. We help people realize their dreams of owning their own home with features like competitive interest rates, down payment and closing cost assistance, and even free home ownership counseling. PHFA can make your dream of home ownership finally come true. Find us on the web or call us to find out how.
I'm Brian Hudson, and we're PHFA. Welcome home.
Advanced Hoops features D1 training with former D1 players. D1 shooting instructor Charlie Fortney, who can transform a young shot with Division I training methods. D1 point guard and dribbling instruction by Gerald Jarman, former University of Richmond star. D1 speed and agility instruction by Alabama State's Archie Smith. And Fordham University 6'9" Duke McCamey provides D1 post instruction to players all over.
Over 30 years of Division I and professional experience. It doesn't get any better than that.
Every day, we pride ourselves in what we do. Hard work is put into every pre-owned vehicle we put on the road. We make sure they are all safe and reliable for your peace of mind. Your real value comes from the Hoffman name and the people that stand behind it. So if you're in the market for a pre-owned vehicle, just call me, Ryan.
Welcome back to Central Dauphin High School. We're getting ready for the girls' Mid-Penn Championship here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27. And in white and black tonight, the Cougars of Harrisburg High representing the Commonwealth Conference. On the other side, representing the Keystone in blue and white, the Lower Dauphin Falcons. And we're excited to be getting this one started for you right here. The first of two here tonight, as Annie Heim will throw it up. She's part of the three-person refereeing crew with Roger Roth and also Willie Harris.
And ball goes out of bounds, and it'll belong to the Falcons.
Yeah, that's an awkward jump ball, and already a turnover off the shoe, out of bounds, and Lower Dauphin have the ball first. And Harrisburg looking to going to try to trap. Lower Dauphin have to keep the ball out of the corners and keep the ball moving. You don't give up your dribble against this Harrisburg team. They will swarm all over you.
Juan Lee, the head coach for Harrisburg. On the other side, Bob Heiser with Lower Dauphin. Long look, outside, will not go. Amia Weber gets her hands on it. It'll be off Lower Dauphin, though, out of bounds, and goes over to the Cougars.
Well, the Cougars are playing a 3-2, but they're going to be aggressive in it. They're going to look to try to trap at the extended elbow and down in the corner. So if you're Lower Dauphin, keep the ball moving. You're going to have to tack against the glass 5 foot away.
Juan Lee said we don't want to be chasing them around all night long in a half-court game. He wants to up the tempo, and there is little indecision on the part of Woodyard, and she is called for the turnover, first turnover of the game.
Yeah, there's a little bit of jitter here. You know, it's Mid-Penn Championship. There's a good crowd here tonight. Harrisburg will have to settle down just a little bit. This is where fundamentals come into play.
Good pass underneath, blocked inside.
Brandon's she's big and long-armed, Gary.
Handling the basketball was Grace Day, the sophomore. And so the foul is on Harrisburg, their first. Stays with the Falcons here. Again, the trap really, really getting after the Falcons right now from the Cougars. And Harrisburg control the basketball here on the turnover.
So far, Lower Dauphin hasn't looked very strong with the ball in their offensive set here yet.
One of the things you won't see Lower Dauphin do is play anything other than pretty much man-to-man. They love to play man-to-man defense.
Well, Coach Heiser did it so many years, and he was such a great coach at Middletown boys team many years back with Seth Graveloff and all those guys.
He started out in one of the best man-to-man programs anywhere, York Catholic, where he helped the scout and assistant coach to 2 state championships. Good inside move, and there's what Harrisburg does very well, as scoring it will be number 23, and that is Dejanier Brannon.
Yeah, Brannon's the bread and butter, 5 foot away, high percentage shot, great look.
Nice fake, good drive to the basket, will not go. Pulled down there by Harrisburg.
That was a good take by Schwager. That's it. You know, you're not going to argue with that Lower Dauphin take right there with your floor general doing that.
Leia Cowan with the rebound. Cowan gets it, puts it back up. And missing it. The Falcons getting it. Grace Day. We said Grace Day, a sophomore. How about a junior? Inside it goes. Good look, nothing there. Good block out.
Harrisburg stingy on defense. They're not going to let any easy shots tonight. And that's going to be a factor if Lower Dauphin can't knock some of those outside shots down.
Lower Dauphin giving up 42 points a game, made that 41 points a game. So is Harrisburg. So they're both very, very stingy. They do it different ways, though.
Evenly matched teams tonight.
Third turnover against Harrisburg here early in the game. 5:26 to go. And then the throwaway on the other side, and the second turnover for the Falcons. And Dwan Lee over there yelling at his players about, let's get back in a hurry, gang. You can't get beat back down the floor. Lower Dauphin so far, nothing out of 5 from the field. Harrisburg 1 of 2.
You know what? Harrisburg will force you to play fast. And I wonder, the big question tonight, Gary, can Lower Dauphin play at a fast pace? I mean, they're very fundamental. We'll see. Right there, they got going a little bit too fast, and that caused a turnover.
Look at that defense. I mean, they really jump you. Total man-to-man jump ball is going to belong to the Falcons. Let's head on over to Grace Grill for the first time tonight. She's over on the sidelines. Grace, good evening.
Good evening, guys. Well, it's kind of off to a slow start on both teams here, only 2 points in. But Lower Dauphin, I'm impressed with their defensive effort so far. And Harrisburg, we talked about this in the pregame, is that this was going to be a strong defensive game.
We'll get Grace's mic fixed there. I think she's a little bit soft, and a drive to the basket, but Willie Harris says no. He's got a foul in the backcourt.
Something had to give for Lower Dauphin. Schwagert knows that, and what she do, she takes it to the hole, draws the foul, and the basket's good. No, actually, it's underneath. I'm sorry.
Amber Schwager getting 15.8 points a game, 82% free throw shooter, and 23 threes for the year. She's a real solid player. Ball tipped in bounds. and taken away by Harrisburg. Cougars on the run. There's Woodyard. And McCullough, she's almost deaf in that position. Doesn't get this one, though, and the rebound. And off the run is Schweiger.
Schweiger getting up the floor quick and lays it in beautifully.
Great job by Schweiger, jumping on it right away, and we got a tie score here at 4:35 to go in the first quarter. You got to say, pace of the game so far really favors Lower Dauphin.
It does favor Lower Dauphin. Harrisburg is not getting easy buckets. Neither team is really.
Long look downtown. If you're Lower Dauphin, that's what you want to see. You're going to get a foul from behind on the follow. As a foul will be marked up on Alea Cowan.
Yeah, they're going to get Cowan for the push.
So Cowan with a push. We got a timeout on the floor. It's 2-2. 4:19 to go here in the first quarter. It's the girls' Mid-Penn Championship on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
The Advanced Hoops training staff features Division I level instructors and coaches who have played professionally. Charlie Fortney's shooting instruction has proven transformational for players in South Central PA. Gerald Jarman takes players to the next level in his dribbling and crossover intensity classes. Archie Smith teaches intense speed and agility and is very motivational. 6'9" Duke McCamey is excellent at teaching young post player technical skills around the basket.
Over 30 years of Division I and professional experience. It doesn't get any better than that.
Mid-Penn Championship here, Lower Dauphin and Harrisburg, and Grace was over in the huddle. Grace, let's check in and find out what they were talking about.
Lower Dauphin head coach Bob Heiser told his girls, he said, look, we got to make some adjustments. We're not getting the looks we're getting the looks, but we're not making them in. So he's just tweaked the offense a little bit of where people were, and they should be good to go.
Well, Harrisburg playing man-to-man now, Todd. You got to think that fits right in with what Bob Heiser would like to see.
I mean, do you see Lower Dauphin light up? They go to their curl cuts. They've done it so many times, and that's a two-time curl. So the first curl comes through. If you don't bump that cutter, they're going to get a layup. If not, if you're not paying attention, a second curl comes, and that's how the foul was drawn, because somebody didn't pick up the curl cut. You got to bump it as they come across the middle.
Watch them come off those screens. They come off skin on skin, and they'll run them until they get the shot they want.
You are right. They're shoulder to shoulder. They come off very well. Bobby Heiser's always taught great fundamentals.
Long look downtown, buried. Nice smooth stroke from the outside by Grace Day, and Lower Dauphin with their first lead of the game at 4-2.
Boy, you don't want Grace Day to heat up if you're a Cougar fan, because, man, she can get going. Open look, she hit it. That's what needs to happen.
Woodyard, going hard. Ball tipped out front. McCullough's got it.
She kind of forced that shot. Woodard did a bit.
Sense that Harrisburg a little frustrated right now.
Yeah.
They're not really able to get the inside looks they're normally used to getting. There's one. That's what they're looking for right there, as Brandon gets a nice pass from Woodyard, and Brandon brings it on home. She's got all 4 points.
You got to see Brandon. Brandon, you need Brandon to have 20 touches, 5 foot away. I mean, she is a go-to. Watch Harrisburg here trail cutters a little bit. They're trailing defensively just a bit. And I think that's why they started in that 3-2 defense, because of that.
Oh, tough one there. Good defense that time. Ball yanked down by Harrisburg's right. Up on the glass, not going to go. Is it over the back? Annie Hine is pointing down there, and I'm not sure.
She says a push. She signaled it was a push. I don't know who it went, Gary.
Sophia Pendolino into the game now for the Falcons. Harrisburg 2 of 6 so far. Lower Dauphin 2 of 8 in this one. So the defense is winning out so far tonight, Tom.
Yeah, it's a defensive effort here tonight, and looks like there's just a big old plate or lid on the rim tonight.
Look at that block out. Man, Schweiger just stuck. If you're drawing a film on how to box out and rebound, there it was, Todd.
Unbelievable. And that's the one thing I've always liked about the girls' games. The girls, they will stick to fundamentals. They'll do those little things you teach them all through the years. And boxing out is one of the biggest keys. And, we don't see it well enough anymore. That right there, Gary, as you called it, was a picture-perfect box out.
One of the things you'll never hear coaches complain about is there's too many rebounds, too many box outs. You'll never hear that.
Or you box out too hard.
Here's that man-to-man defense again. This pass, screen, constantly coming off. And what you see on their screens coming off too, Todd, is they're always going to the basket. There's none of that flat and going out high. Look at this. Not able to handle that pass, but then taking it back is Schweiger. Schweiger puts it up, not going to go. Off White, stays White. Pulling it in is Destiny Shepard just into the game. Woodyard. I watched Woodyard the other night, and she is an assist machine, but right now she's trying to make things happen a little too quickly, it looks like, Todd.
Yeah, I think so. I think the game's getting going a little bit too fast. Under control is a big key tonight. You can see that already.
This is not the game that Dwan Lee wanted. Turnovers 4-4 in that department so far. 1:45 to go in the first quarter, 4-4.
Yeah, 4 or 8 total turnovers already.
And Lower Dauphin very contentious to pass it, cut it, screen it. This is where they live.
They're swinging the ball well, but that's a walk. They're going to get her. That's a good call.
Another turnover there against Day. It'll be turnover number 5 now against the Falcons. 4 for Harrisburg in the game.
Grace Day actually moved that first. She had the idea that she wanted to go hard to the basket, but that got those feet going before she put the ball on the floor.
Long pass over, almost stolen. Taken by Woodyard, passes it out, finds a player underneath, will not go. Rebound Schweiger. Schweiger kicks it out, and they're running.
Shepard had a tough miss there. She got a good look at it.
A little surprised that Harrisburg is actually playing man-to-man here. I thought they were really bothering Lower Dauphin with the zone coming out of the gate. There's a long look downtown, will not go, rattles out. And finally, yanked in by Cheyenne Collins. Look how tight their gaps are, how tight the spacing is for Lower Dauphin. There's Woodyard again. They're going to call a foul.
Ooh, I don't know. That's a tough call. I mean, it was a little skip hop.
A little Euro step there,
a little Euro step, so to speak.
Take a look at this again, see what you got.
I don't know.
Might have been a little drag. Hey, they're allowed to miss one now and then, right?
Yeah, I can't call this game. I wouldn't pretend to say that I would be a good ref.
Woodyard up and in.
We got
her first points of the night.
We got a nice veteran crew here tonight. They do a great job.
Oh, they really do. Woodyard, by the way, is 72% free throw shooter for the season. Averages 16 points per game, misses this one. So 5-4. Harrisburg leads at 35 seconds to go in the quarter. And it's going to be tipped off. The Cougars out of bounds. The new player back in for the Falcons is Lauren Hunter, a freshman, 5'2". Finally get it into Malinan. 24 seconds to go. And 5 seconds called closely guarded. That'll be the 6th turnover against the Falcons now.
It was one of those where the defense was close enough to start the count. The count was started, and I'm not sure.
That's an unusual one. You never see it called. Usually if the ball's on the floor somewhere and you're getting called for dribbling too much. Inside it goes, not going to go. Day had the rebound. Brandon has it. Now it's taken back by the Falcons. 5 seconds to go. Coming down the floor. Long look, will not go outside, and they think they got a foul called here. And I think it's going to be 3 of them. Willie Harris over there with a late call, I believe, against Cheyenne Collins.
I think it's after the shot.
I think it's after the shot, so no shot. So we end the quarter. There you saw the push over there. 5-4. Harrisburg leads it after 1 on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
Hey everyone, I'm here with Ross Burnett from AT&T, and today he's going to talk to me a little bit about their new campaign, It Can Wait. Now, Ross, talk to me about the numbers that you guys have found regarding distracted driving.
So we found out that almost 50% of teenagers are texting when they're driving. Reason being, 89% of those teenagers, they want a response within 5 minutes.
Now, it goes way beyond texting today. Now it's social media. Kids are checking Snapchat, Instagram. Talk to me a little bit about how that has impacted distracting driving.
So again, they want to respond in 5 minutes. So, you get a text message, you're texting. All of a sudden you get a Facebook post. Now you want to check that out. You get an Instagram like, you want to see who liked it. So we got teens that are taking their eyes off the roads multiple times for one single thing. And it's not good.
Now talk to me about the campaign. The campaign is called It Can Wait. Talk to me about the ways that we can help fight against distracted driving.
Absolutely. So simple things. Anybody successful, the first thing they do is some kind of action. So our action for you would be go to AT&T, It Can Wait. Log in and take the pledge. Tell yourself, I'm not going to text and drive. I'm not going to read an email and drive. I'm not going to surf the web and drive. Okay? Second, if you see someone else doing it, your peers, your friends, your family, tell them, put it away. It can wait. There's no text message or email post that's more important than your life. Third, you don't do it. Just don't do it. And then fourth, download the app. It's called AT&T Drive Mode. That way, if you get a text, it'll send a text back to them saying I'm driving. I'll get back to you later.
All right, that was Ross Burnett with AT&T and their new campaign against distracted driving, It Can Wait.
Welcome back. Quarter number 2 here of the Girls Mid-Penn Championship. This is High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27. The first quarter, Lower Dauphin 2 of 9, while Harrisburg 2 of 6. 6 turnovers for the Falcons, though, 4 for Harrisburg. As we start quarter number 2, Woodyard looking inside. We'll find Collins. Collins will not go.
Gary, Harrisburg's getting good looks inside. They're just not finishing. They've got weird angles at the bucket. Right there, it was a little bit of a weird angle.
One thing you like about Dwan Lee's team, they are focused on the inside. They want to get the ball down to their big post in there with Collins and Brannon. Speaking of posts, Lower Dauphin using the post there. And here they are running that pass, screen, pass, curl.
Well, defensively wise, you got to give Cougars defensively, man-to-man wise, doing a great job. And there's a good help side by Brannon.
Forcing a tough shot from Schweiger and a great job of coming together. Both these teams really have been taught well defensively, Todd.
They really have. I mean, I'm impressed. First, as you said, is both defensive efforts for the Falcons and the Cougars tonight. Although right now a little bit out of control, and I still think those jitters are still there because it's the MPC championship game here.
Well, you got Lower Dauphin, who's used to taking points out of that offense, and they're trying to force it a little bit much right there, as you said. Go ahead.
Well, no, you brought up such a good point, Gary. Meaning that what I sense a little bit is that the Falcons do have a trouble a little bit creating a shot for themselves, and they have to do it offensively. You are right. You picked up on that from a coaching standpoint. And Harrisburg, scouting-wise, you can tell Dwan Lee's team is very well scouted on this.
Here's Olivia Friedrich, 5'8" senior with her first points of the night. She's a 79% free throw shooter, so when she gets to the line, pretty good chance to drop it.
Yeah. And you know what? I appreciate, Gary, through the years, is a lot of times you say what I'm thinking, so I really appreciate it.
Our wives both work, which we do that same thing, right?
That's right. That's wow.
2 for 2 for Friedrich. By the way, this team is a 76% free throw shooting team compared to Harrisburg at 62. Keep that in mind for later in the game if it's close.
And that's how you win championships. You got to be 70-80% for that line. And if you want it to even higher than that if you can, but that's why they're 21-1.
Woodyard looking to post up Brannon down there. Obeyed that Collins. And there's another 5-second call. Boy, I'll tell you what, if you're indecisive tonight, you're going to get a 5-second call.
It comes in fast, and it's like you got to take that dribble somewhere. I used to like to have him keep that dribble. I like to pull through, go somewhere with it, bring him back. I mean, I know I'm not on camera to show you, but you can imagine. You got to take the dribble somewhere, keep the dribble, and bring him back to restart that count.
This is Lower Dauphin basketball so far, although, again, Harrisburg playing great defense against that man-to-man.
It's just well scouted.
Schweiger being guarded by McCullough. That's a great matchup. We haven't seen McCullough get any free 3 looks yet tonight.
No.
He had 1 shot so far. Turnover again against Lower Dauphin. Here's Woodyard. Woodyard trying to get away. Woodyard, great pass underneath.
What a pass by Woodyard. You love her. You said it. She created a great shot.
One of the things, watch here, their big people run the floor. Look at this. They always are looking for their big people to finish off a break. And there she gets it to Collins, and the foul marked up on Malinan.
And I like what Collins did. Collins was trying to use her left hand. She was trying to get it over on that left side so that ball would go in and a foul.
Cheyenne Collins, only a 50% free throw shooter on the season, misses the first. She'll get another one.
She came straight up. If she'd been just a little bit at those knees, that'd help her.
Always like to see players lift and then reach. Lift to the ceiling, reach to the basket. And there she doesn't get that roll either. Good-looking shot, just didn't go.
Everything looked way better on that second shot. You're right, it just didn't fall for her.
Another steal. Brandon's got it. Brandon's not going to slow down either. Brandon misses. McCullough with a rebound. McCullough misses, but the foul is called.
They have girls all over the floor tonight. I mean, both sides. They're tumbling and rumbling and fumbling.
Look at this. Here comes Brandon. You're not going to see her miss that very often.
No.
And there's McCullough on top of it. And McCullough heads to the free throw line on the season, 60%, which is really surprising because she's an unbelievable outside three-point shooter.
And she has a great throw, great release.
That's not a 50% throw or 60% stroke, is it?
No. I mean, that just comes off the hand so nice. I mean, that's what you want to look at. Picture perfect form coming off the foul line. I mean, here we are, 5:52 in the second.
Oh, step in.
Yep. So we'll get that again.
Yeah, you're going to get another one.
And we're at 6-6. So, Gary, I mean, I think it's safe to say things aren't really falling for either one of the teams. But you've mentioned it numerous times, and I know I have. I think it's the defensive effort, more importantly. Nothing's easy tonight for either one of these teams.
Well, there you have the second one up and down by McCullough, so she gets a freebie, and you look back at those little things when you give a second shot after she missed the first one.
Right.
Woodyard up in the lane. Woodyard's going to take this from the rack. Great pass. Underneath. Will not go.
Love the ability for Woodward to make these great passes. We're not just finishing on the other side. If you're a Cougar fan, you want your team to finish. Woodward makes two beautiful passes.
Look at her. She's looking the whole time.
Whoop. Look at that.
She had two players come to her, delivered the pass, just could not finish. You can see Brandon's frustrated. That's 3 Lower Dauphin turnovers in a row. So they're giving away possessions. Make it 4.
Make it 4 in a row. Jim Gallagher alongside us, our stat guy. He's on those turnovers.
Now, if you're Bob Heiser, you're saying we don't need the quick layup. We got to value the possession, right?
That's right. Possessions, I mean, in any game you're playing, you know, you want to value that. Boy, in championship games, they seem so limited, don't they, Gary? You remember those days.
Look at Woodyard getting inside again and again. Nothing to show for it, as the shot's going to be missed by Collins, but she'll go back to the line.
Because you don't want to be at the end of the night, maybe come up on the losing side and say, man, if we just could have finished, or if we just could have, if we could have. You know, now you have this opportunity to seize this moment in this championship game. You got to finish.
Foul marked up on Grace. Make that on Olivia Friedrich.
I believe this score would be a little bit lopsided right now if Harrisburg if Harrisburg finished inside. I mean, it might be a little lopsided right now, score-wise.
So far, Collins nothing out of 3 from the free throw line, and make it nothing out of 4. So stalactites hanging down from that rim right now for the Cougars.
Yeah, I mean, 2 for 11. 2-point field goal, and from the foul line, it's 3 for 9.
There's another long pass, not going to go, and quickly in is McCullough. She misses a layup. Man, I'll tell you what, there's a top on these rims right now.
It really does appear that way.
Here's Schweiger. Nice dump to Grace Day. Grace Day up and in. Great pass from Schweiger today. Day with her 4th point of the night, and a 1-point lead here. 4:48 to go in the second quarter for Lower Dauphin.
Well, there's an easy recipe right there. Nice dish, 5-foot-away finish.
There again, forcing it is Woodyard.
Woodyard thought she got the foul call. She looked, no foul call there.
That's 5 turnovers in the last 6 possessions now.
Man, oh man. You just can't get these back, you know, I mean.
And Bob Heiser standing down there looking bewildered right now because that's not the game that his team plays. They normally are known for sure ball handling, and they're certainly not doing that right now. They're almost, both teams look like they're very impatient. They're trying to rush this game.
Yeah. A great point on the rush in the game, and then what it does is you're getting played a little too fast, and turnovers begin to happen. They're mounting right now.
There's what you want to try to get, but the wrong person taking it. As downtown it goes, and Deanna Shepard cannot hook up. That's where you want to try to get McCullough when she's in there, and McCullough has not yet seen that good 3. So now Harrisburg picking up full court.
And that's not a bad idea. Maybe call some easy turnovers, get some easy buckets, because this game, to break this game open, it's going to take some turnovers converting to points.
Another turnover for Lower Dauphin.
It's not a bad thought. It's not a bad thought to go to Grace Day inside.
And you're going to get a foul called against Lower Dauphin here, I think. Good hustle, but diving to the floor for Lower Dauphin was Pandolino. She'll get hit with a foul. You'd like your player to dive and hustle, but you put the elbow in there and knock McCullough out of the way.
Yeah, and there was really no chance to get that ball right there, so you kind of wasted a foul on that.
Looking to post up Brandon. She's triple teamed. Here goes Woodyard again. Woodyard looking again to Brandon.
Schwager got over and played a great D on that.
Defense is making this game look really ugly tonight.
It really is.
And both teams mentally then I think are starting to push a little bit too hard offensively. But if you're Bob Heiser and you've had like 6 turnovers the last 7 possessions and you're still up by a point, you got to be in heaven.
Right. I mean, you could be down 10, 12 points right now with these turnovers, especially if Harrisburg were finishing inside. So you're right where you want them. Now you're getting the ball back.
And you got the game one pace right now, exactly where you want. His game might end up being in the 20s. And timeout called by Bob Heiser, and Lower Dauphin will take one as well. It's 8-7. Lower Dauphin leads it. 3:12 to go in the half on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
Did you know all electronics must be recycled? It's the law. But more importantly, it's the right thing to do.
At the Recycling Center, Dauphin County residents can recycle older broken TVs, computers, cell phones, laptops, major appliances, even paper.
The Recycling Center is conveniently located on Cameron Street in Harrisburg. It makes recycling fast, safe, and simple.
Stop by the Dauphin County Recycling Center today and help us recycle the right way.
Allied Maintenance Systems of New Cumberland, servicing Central Pennsylvania since 1986. AMS specializes in facilities cleaning, floor restoration, including wood gymnasium floors. Their wood floor resurfacing can be seen locally in many public and private schools, health clubs, and churches. The service you expect, the quality you deserve, Allied Maintenance Systems. Gary Sutton, Todd McCall, Grace Grill with us here. Let's head over to Grace right now on the sideline. Grace?
Gary, you and Todd were talking about how Coach Heiser could not be happy with those turnovers that he's getting from his team, and he said, guys, Harrisburg is putting on that pressure and we're panicking, and we can't do that. He said you got to be strong with the ball and take care of it.
Turnovers the name of this quarter so far, Grace, 13-6. 13 turnovers for Lower Dauphin, 6 for Harrisburg. Lower Dauphin leads by 1, 8-7, Todd.
Yeah, 13 turnovers in the first half, and we still got 3 minutes to play. I mean, generally you're not in a ball game after 13 turnovers. Let's see if Lower Dauphin, that was a good timeout by Bobby Heiser. Let's see if they just settle down and get something here in their offense.
Need to get into some kind of rhythm right now. I think they're trying to get too many quick hits. They got an isolation right there against McCullough with Schwager. Rebound, Lower Dauphin, taken away by Harrisburg. And then the foul in the backcourt. And again, the foul is going to be on Pandolino. That'll be her second.
Penalty, she's a spark plug, and she got after it, and she went after it, but she's aggressively going after it, and it's a foul. It's coming up from the backside. Now she's frustrated because but here's Harrisburg in the one-on-one, Gary. I mean, you want to take an advantage right now with 2 minutes to go. You hit your free throws.
And here's Brandon, and Brandon buries it.
Brandon said, I'll do that. Even if it kind of went up as a knuckleball there a little bit, it went sideways on the rotation. It went in.
Brandon, the leading scorer in the game now with 5 points. She's a 53% free throw shooter, but looks pretty good here and misses the second one, though.
So knotted at 8, Lower Dauphin ball. Big. Harrisburg's 4 for 11 from the foul line. So Lower Dauphin with a chance right here. Let's.
If you like defense tonight, you'll love this game. If you like offense, then you probably like tractor pulls. That's what this has been so far, is a tractor pull offensive kind of game. And if you're Dwan Lee over there, you wanted a racehorse kind of game. If you're Bobby Heiser, you wanted this kind of game, but you didn't want to have 13 turnovers to show for it.
Right. I don't think Bobby Heiser is frustrated by the pace at all. I know Dwan Lee would love to get up and down the floor a little bit more and get some easier opportunities. That's why this game's 8-8 right now. This is a 30-30 type game, 30-25 type game right now where it's at. And that does benefit Lower Dauphin.
Back to the line. I should say back to the line. First time there tonight, Amber Schweiger. 82% free throw shooter and misses the first one. Amber Schweiger with 2 points here in the first half.
I'm sure there's some scratching of heads over there on both sides. Like, why aren't we making our free throws and converting? We have 72% free throw shooters and 80% foul shooters at the line.
Kenna Lennox back into the game now for the Lower Dauphin. And there's the second one up and down for Schweiger. She's got 3 and a 1-point lead again for the Falcons. 2.5 minutes to go. Don't forget, we've got our Jack T and Volvo Family of Dealers with halftime report. And again, it's just such a choppy game so far, Todd, between the turnovers and the fouls.
It is. And here's something Lower Dauphin's doing. They're starting to they've extended their man-to-man, so they're picking up right over half court. But right now they got to be cautious because they're in the bonus. And that's given opportunities for the foul line tonight for Harrisburg. So if I was Lower Dauphin, I might back off slightly a little bit here to play these 2 minutes out. Because really with the game at 9-9 where it's at, it's not going to hurt you. It's going to hurt you putting them in the foul line.
Woodyard makes 1 of 2. She's 2 of 4 so far tonight. That's 2 points. And then a throwaway again from Schweiger. Pull up, foul line, not going to go. Brandon tracks down her own shot. Long look, Woodyard buries it downtown. Big shot from Amier Woodward.
Boy, that was a much-needed shot if you're a Cougar fan. Boy, Woodward delivers.
That's the first 3 of the night for either team. 12-9 now. Harrisburg with the biggest lead so far. Schweiger. And it's going to be a charge called against Schweiger. Schweiger just looks like she's trying to make it happen too quickly, doesn't she?
Yeah. She's sensing right now, I need to step up. And that's not a bad thing because she is a scorer. There was position there. It's a tough bump. They call a charge on her. And, what good players do that. They want to create, but then sometimes things like that happen.
Give credit to Jasmine Wright for taking the player control foul for Harrisburg. So now, big moment here. Amier Woodward trying to make something happen. Back to Brandon.
She's showing her dribbling skills. Woodward very good with the ball.
Look at Brandon. Again, very tight man-to-man defense. There's no gaps to really split. Tipped out of bounds by the Falcons.
You can't argue with the fact that the effort being made by both of these teams defensively tonight is really outstanding.
Don't forget our Jack T. Valvo Family Dealerships halftime report. We'll have our Highmark halftime stats, our Pizza Hut halftime highlights. Charlie Fortin, you'll be getting a halftime perspective from Randy Gamberlungi right here at Central Dauphin, who's the head coach. And there's another turnover. And again, give credit to the defense.
Defense getting after it, forcing a turnover. Nothing easy tonight.
That's turnover number 7 now for Harrisburg.
Well, we got a bump call, Gary. I mean, on Lower Dauphin, there's a foul call. I thought it was a Harrisburg Cougar going to get signaled for it. It's going to go against the Lower Dauphin. So, man, a tough call. And I think it's on Swigert. I think that foul was on Swigert, and that's her second, Gary. And that's a tough call.
Long look, downtown, will not go from McCullough. That's her first time. Look at the block out again. Loose ball on the floor. It's going to stay with Harrisburg. 12-9, 44.3 seconds to go. And this game on track not to get out of the 20s.
Yeah, at this point, you're right.
Big moment here, though, for Lower Dauphin and Harrisburg. You want some momentum. And that's going to be off Harrisburg, I think. Nope.
I'm going to say it's Lower Dauphin or Harrisburg ball. They maintain the possession.
Good defense, however, by McKenna Lennox for Lower Dauphin. Woodyard nowhere to go. Woodyard, long look again, will not go. Rebound, McCullough. She'll pull it back outside. Woodyard has it again, 30 seconds to go. There it is. McCullough wide open, buries it. That's what you wanted to see for McCullough, and she gets her first 3. Now a 6-point lead, 15-9 with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
McCullough has a great rotation. That's that ball come off beautifully.
And what a takeaway for Harrisburg. And then quickly up, and it's not going to go, but a foul called on the play as the theft belongs to Deanna Shepard. And all of a sudden, Harrisburg about to maybe stretch this lead out pretty well here before the half.
2 big threes, one by Woodard, the one by McCullough into that second quarter, and now they're starting to get that spark, and they're pushing the ball up the floor and creating stuff like this, all for their defensive effort.
Create the possession, then Shepard going up, and we'll get the foul called. Shepard at the line. Will not go for Deanna Shepard. Only a 61% free throw shooter. She'll get the second look right here. Second one up, that also no good. So a chance for a little bit more, not available. Got to hurry, under 9 seconds to play. Here comes Schweiger looking ahead. It's taken away again by McCullough. 3 seconds. Long look, outside, will it go? In and out, no! And it's 15-9 at the half. We'll take a break and we'll come back. Grace Grill will be meeting with the Advanced Hoops coaches and players right after this. It's 15-9, the girls' Mid-Penn Championship game on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
These past few years have been tough on all of us. You worry about the economy, your job, your savings. You may even have given up on your dream of owning your own home. But don't give up just yet. We're PHFA. We help people realize their dreams of owning their own home with features like competitive interest rates, down payment and closing cost assistance, and even free home ownership counseling. PHFA can make your dream of home ownership finally come true. Find us on the web or call us to find out how.
I'm Brian Hudson, and we're PHFA. Welcome home.
Living proof of the difference you can make when you're all for health. Highmark Blue Shield.
For all those pokers, prodders, shuckers, and sniffers, All Giant Produce is triple checked. Farm, crate, and store. We're focusing on fresh, so you don't have to guess. My Giant. Save big on all of your game day favorites. Only at Giant, a proud sponsor of High School Sports Live.
HoffmanFord.com, turning the World Wide Web into the World Wide Wow. Find the newer pre-owned Ford you want right now from your computer. Shop online 24/7, 365. And our exclusive inventory is updated daily. With hundreds of new and used vehicles, you're sure to find the one that clicks. Hoffman Ford, Harrisburg's premium Ford dealer for 60 years. Click on or come by.
Jackie and Balbo Family of Dealerships halftime report. It's 15-9. Harrisburg leads Lower Dauphin here in the girls' Mid-Penn Championship game. And now let's head over to Grace Grill, who's got a very special group of people she's going to be talking to here at halftime. Grace?
That's right, Gary. I'm with Advanced Hoops AAU coaches Greg Cavoli and John Pauly, and they're here with a bunch of kids that will most likely be at tryouts this spring. Greg, let me start with you. You coach the 6th and 8th grade levels.
Yep.
Talk to me about what makes Advanced Hoops AAU so beneficial.
Well, first look around at these wonderful ladies, so they make it a lot of fun and very beneficial. Being that it's the largest program in central Pennsylvania, we're able to attract top quality coaching, a lot of kids, and we have a special focus on development. So the coaches know that, and Advanced Hoops is one of the only programs around that has its own training segment. And so with all that focus on development, the kids keep coming back, they get better each year, and then we pass them on to the other coaches, to the higher programs. So I love doing it because of all these guys.
And tryouts are coming up, so tell everyone where they can go to find out more information.
Yeah, advancedhoops.com. All the information's on the website, and hurry up because it's coming up pretty quick.
All right, John, I'll go to you. Now, you coach the high school level, which is the Team Pennsylvania. You can see it on your shirt. And this is the showcase team. Now, talk to me about the positive effect that the showcase has on high school girls that want to play at the next level.
The showcase puts the kids in front of college coaches. We get to play a lot of live events. We'll be traveling to the Deep South Classic this year in Raleigh, North Carolina. So it gives them a chance to play top-level competition in front of college coaches.
All right, well, for more information, you can check out everything at advancedhoops.com, and you'll most likely see these guys at tryouts. Back to you, Gary.
Thanks so much, Grace. And I got to tell you, Charlie Forty, the great people over at Advanced Hoops, do a wonderful job of the training and then getting the chance to try it out against top-notch competition up and down the East Coast and around the country. We're going to take a very quick break. We'll come right back. Randy Gamberlungi, the head girls basketball coach here at Central Dauphin, joins us next on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27. It's your Jack Giambalvo Family of Dealerships halftime report.
Today's professional skill tip will involve using one-handed shooting to bring balance and stability to the shot. I teach young players to balance the ball in one hand, in close, to establish a squared-up foundation when shooting. The one-hand shooting further out forces the players to stay square, reinforcing balance and lift on the shot. This one-handed emphasis will only help with leg power, and the ball rolling off the one hand developing more control and overall shot balance. The one-handed shooting is the fundamental tool I use to develop advanced shooters.
Hit the road with Jack.
Hit the road with the Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 8 great franchises in 3 locations. Buick, GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, and Stettler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. A Giambalvo family dealership. Over $20 million in new and pre-owned inventory with unbeatable service after the sale, too. There's a reason the Giambalvo family's been a part of your community for decades. Hit the road with Jack and find out why. The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 3 great locations. Online at Giambalvo.com.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hey, you two. It's dinner time. When Marcus and Michelle were starting their family, they came to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for their home loan. We're proud we could help Marcus, Michelle, and Mia. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance, too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help homeownership dreams come true.
I am anything I want to be.
I am one of the faces of Commonwealth Charter Academy.
I go to school online, tuition free.
I learn best at my own pace.
My own pace.
I see school differently. I learn from anywhere. From anywhere. I'm an artist.
I'm a musician.
I am an athlete. I am anything I want to be. And I won't stop learning. I am CCA. Join me today at ccaeducate.me.
At Pizza Hut, our original pan dough rises fresh every day, making it crispy on the outside, soft and chewy on the inside. And now you can get our original pan as part of the $6.99 any deal. That's 2 medium pizzas with any toppings, any crust, any specialty for just $6.99 each. Only at Pizza Hut.
Welcome back to our Jack Giambalvo Family of Dealerships halftime show, and we're with the head coach here at Central Dauphin High School, Randy Gamberlungi, the successful head coach here. I know you'd like to be playing in this game, but you're getting ready for districts right now. But an interesting first half. It was a tractor pull offensively, but defensively, you're watching 2 teams who really know how to get it done, Randy.
Yeah, sometimes you watch Lower Dauphin play, and it's always like this. So the score definitely determines that it's a defensive game. I thought, Lower Dauphin runs great motion offense. They move the ball, but Harrisburg's pressure and speed is making them turn the ball over. And I think that's the key to the score. And then they hit the 2 big threes at the end of the half, and I think that stretched it, but it's still a tight game. And
it's the kind of game Lower Dauphin wants to be in, except the turnover numbers so far have been horrible. It's like 14-7 in turnovers, and yet you're still within 6 points here at the half. So if you're Bob Heiser, if you play better the second half, things might go your way a little bit.
Yeah, I think it's just going to be a matter of patience on offense. It's tough to be patient when you get that ball pressure, but if they stay patient, they're going to get some good looks, I think.
On the other side, patience is the word, too, for Dwan Lay. He wants maybe Woodyard to create a little bit more and get finishing off in the inside. He's got his bigs getting the ball. They're just not quite finishing their layups.
Yeah, a couple things I noticed is they're switching ball screens, so they could get some mismatches on the ball screens. And then, they're doing a great job because Amaya gets in the lane. She does a great job of dishing off. And I think Lower Dauphin's reading a lot of those passes. And then, like you said, they're missing some layups.
Got another half of basketball to go. Good luck in district
all
playoffs, all right?
Thank you, Garrett.
Randy Gamberlungi, always a pleasure to have him here at Central Dauphin High School. It's 15-9 at the half. Harrisburg leads it. Back with our stats and our highlights right after this. It's your Jack Giambalvo Family of Dealerships halftime report on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
Do you want to answer that?
Nah, I'd never with a kid in the car.
It's okay. I'm not here. I'm there.
My name is Monica. I'm an elementary.
Welcome back to Central Dauphin High School. It's your Jack Giambalvo Family of Dealerships halftime report. Let's take a look, Todd McCall, at the Pizza Hut halftime highlights here. And there weren't a ton of them here in the first half, unless you like defense the whole way through. But let's take us through this, Todd.
Well, one of the things, I thought this is what we're going to see a lot out of Swagger, getting up and down the floor, getting after it. She tried to create some shots in the first half, but forced a few things. And then right here, off the dribble, finding the nice bread and butter is what Harrisburg's go-to is going to happen. But that didn't happen as often as it needed to in the first half. There's Grace Day nailing the shot. That's got to happen more in the second half. But really, it came down to Harrisburg still trying to find Brandon, but they hit a couple outside shots when they needed to open it up a little bit. And then Swaggart started saying, hey, I got to do a few things myself. It's a nice dish today for a layup there.
Good dump off there in transition for the easy bucket. And then you see Brandon back outside, finds Woodyard wide open, long three, and nothing but court. That one came down wet. And your halftime stats here, according to Highmark halftime stats, and take a look at it, 18-7 in the turnover department, the big number there, Todd.
That's a lot of turnovers. I know Bobby Heiser probably had to mention that right there. 18 turnovers by Lower Dauphin. It's hard to win games with that many turnovers. Obviously, that sounds just, anybody watching at home go, man, that's just too many. But Lower Dauphin's going to have to hit some shots. They're struggling creating a shot for themselves in their offense, in that curl offense they run, because Harrisburg's defense has been that good.
That's your Jack Giambalvo Family Dealerships halftime report. We're ready to start the third quarter here on High School Sports Live TV. 15-9, Harrisburg leads it. Lower Dauphin with the basketball. We'll see if they can figure out a way to be a little bit more patient and cut down on those turnovers here. Schweiger pulls up at the foul line and buries it right away out of the game. Schweiger with 5 points on the night.
Maybe a little wake-up call for her. She knows she needs to do that. She's the go-to. She's the one that's got to spark this Falcon offense to get them going a bit.
Key there, Todd, that was in rhythm.
In rhythm is the best way to say it.
Trying to get that ball screen with Brannon, and good defense by Lower Dauphin in defending.
Well, both teams have scouted each other so well. They knew that was coming from the get-go, and they defended that one well. But that's the look they want to get. They want Brandon high percentage shots 5 foot away.
With a lead by 4, and you got to think that Bob Heiser talked at halftime just about this. Making sure you make the easy pass, make the easy cut, don't try to force it.
And it doesn't hurt Lower Dauphin to work a lot of time off this clock. It doesn't hurt them to keep seeing if they can find an easy one if there's a let-up on the Harrisburg defense.
Downtown it goes. That's not going to go, though. The rebound comes off to Harrisburg. Quickly the other end, Brandon. Brandon just throws it up. No call.
Yeah, I think you have a better shot in your arsenal than that one. But
Mallon with the rebound. By the way, one of the guys helping Bob Heiser over there, his former boss, and also he's a relation. He's I believe his uncle, Gary Markle, who coached York County at the two state championships back in the 1970s. So one of the best coaches ever out of the York County area, and that's where Bob Heiser got his start.
That's great.
So he was in the locker room there at half. Gary Markle, the master of the pass, screen, and cut. So missed shot. Again, Lower Dauphin very cold from the outside thus far.
It'll be Harrisburg's ball.
Good defense up in the lane by Friedrich that time, but Harrisburg will get the ball on the sideline. 4-point lead, 6:11 to go in the third quarter. Is this the game you thought you'd see tonight, Todd? Look at the takeaway here by Lower Dauphin.
I didn't know it would be like this tough.
Schweiger pulls it up again. Schweiger will not go. And a rebound by Collins, a push against Lower Dauphin.
This tough for buckets. I mean, neither team has shot the ball very well. And I felt like we wouldn't see this type of shooting effort out of either one of the teams. It's a struggle tonight.
Olivia Friedrich called for the foul, and she thought she was banging there a little bit. Official says, no, I don't think so. Here's Harrisburg, 4-point lead, under 6 to play in the third. First of 2 here tonight. We have a great matchup for the boys championship a little bit later on this evening. with Milton Hershey and State College.
Yeah, excited about that. Two teams can get up and down the floor. Two teams can play the game very well.
Harrisburg keeps looking for Woodyard to Brandon. There's Brandon, and that's why Brandon can get those kind of things done, and she's got 7 points on the little running one hand to the opposite way.
I like the shot.
Brandon again says, I can do it. I think you're going to get a charge call. And they'll say, no, you don't. It was a block.
Is that Swagger's third foul?
Yep. That's Swagger's third. Now watch it. See what's a block. Yep. See her drift to the right, and that's where they called it. She slid over to the right, and that's why it was not a player control. But they're saying it was before the shot. So now you have to get Schweiger off the floor with 3 fouls.
That hurts right now. You're down 6 with your playmaker coming off the floor.
So Pendolino will check back in for her. Sorry, John.
No, shots being so tough for Lower Boston tonight. Man, I don't know if you can afford to keep her off the floor too long. Maybe a couple-minute spell here and then get her back on and tell her to play smart.
Trying to get the ball in Brandon's hands and let her operate in the middle. And another foul called, and again, it's going to be called against Friedrich, and I think that's her third. So the foul's becoming the story here in the third quarter against Lower Dauphin. No shot. Take a look. Wow. You could have made a pretty good case there for a jump ball. That's a tough call. Over the top it goes to Brandon, and Brandon finds a way to get it up and down. Big rainbow, and Brandon, she's taken over here in the third quarter. She's got 9.
They're finding where they need to go. The recipe for victory is inside.
Time out on the floor. 19-11, the biggest lead of the night. At 4:48 to go in the third on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
For all those pokers, prodders, shuckers, and sniffers, All Giant Produce is triple checked. Farm, crate, and store. We're focusing on fresh, so you don't have to guess.
My Giant.
Save big on all of your game day favorites. Only at Giant, a proud sponsor of High School Sports Live.
High School Sports Live is proud to partner with Mazzitti & Sullivan, a provider of substance use and mental health counseling services for teens and adults at 4 convenient locations across central Pennsylvania since 1983. Visit them at MazzittieandSullivan.com or call 1-800-809-2925. 2925. Mazzitti & Sullivan, we listen, we help. This is a big trip down the court. You got to think, Todd.
They got to get
Lower
a bucket.
Dauphin.
If you're Lower Dauphin, and look at that double team coming. Somebody's got to be open.
Big hook outside, will not go. It's still cold up there. And pulling it down again is Jasmine Wright for the Cougars. Quickly on the other end. Woodyard, that's going to be player control.
That's a good call out of Willie Davis, I believe. That looked like a charge from the get-go. Woodard picked up on the charge.
I remember Willie Davis doing a game that my state championship team was involved in the districts 31 years ago. Willie's been around since like the 1800s, hasn't he?
Sure has.
Still doing a great job, too.
He knew Dr. Jim Naismith very well out of Springfield, Massachusetts.
But you know what? And he's one of those guys you can talk to during the game. You know,
Yeah,
coaches
right.
always want to have someone they can chat with a little bit. Willie's one of those guys that knows how to talk to you, but you don't have to cross a line. Jim Gallagher, our stat guy, said Willie used to ref his rec league. A lot of these refs have been around a lot. Day, downtown, will not go. And, man, the shooting percentage has been awful tonight for Lower Dauphin. Woodyard trying to make it happen again. Looks outside. Wide open. McCullough, look out. Will not go. And yanked down by Lower Dauphin and stolen away by Woodyard again. It's going to hit the post and it'll belong to Lower Dauphin. Good hustle by Woodyard. Grace Girls down there on the end line right now. Looks like Harrisburg's stepping up their defense a little bit, Grace.
Harrisburg has been playing at that attack defense all night long, and Lower Dauphin hasn't found a way to quite control that. They're getting panicked, and even though they're getting these decent looks, they just can't finish, and Harrisburg's going to take advantage of that.
Grace Day decides to go to the rack and gets fouled on the play.
It's almost like somebody had to do something. So Grace Day said, let me get as close to this basket as I can, even if I draw a foul.
Foul against Jasmine Wright. Grace Day at the line. First time she's been there tonight. Lanky Grace Day. First one up, no good. She's got 4 points tonight as into the game. And Day misses both. First 2 misses tonight for Lower Dauphin. They've only been to the line 5 times. There's McCullough. McCullough not hooking up like she might normally do for the 3.
A lot of opportunities that Lower Dauphin's been getting off of these misses.
Oh, and a good block. Again, it's Brannon. McCullough pull up. Nice shot. Not going to go. Both teams cold out there as the ball yanked down by Katie Weigel, a 5'7" freshman. Again, that give and go. Again, the block by Brannon. Back outside it goes. Weigel looks. It's not going to go. In and out. Brannon everywhere. She gets the rebound. And then ahead it comes. Great job by Brannon all the way up to Collins. And Collins puts it away. Cheyenne Collins running the floor.
Good rebound. Long look. That's how you do it. Easy bucket for Harrisburg.
Here it is again. Another tip. Woodyard pulls up. Woodyard buries it. You need a timeout if you're Bob Heiser. As Woodyard gets a deuce. She's got 7 points. 23-11. Another one. Again, cold. Off the hands of Day. Ball belongs to Harrisburg.
Well, this pace is starting to change drastically. And Lower Dauphin's you can tell they're just forcing things now. They're taking ill-advised shots. They're just out of the rhythm. They're struggling creating anything. So if they're good shooters outside. These are not bad shots, Gary. They're open shots. They're just not hitting them.
By the way, I gave a point to Collins a moment ago. It might have been tough because she wasn't in the game. It was Cowan that scored. And Brannon is doing it all right now. Dejanay Brannon has now got 11 points in this one, and the lead up to 14 with 2:03 to go in the third for Harrisburg. This is High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
What were you thinking, Chuck?
You're not 18 anymore.
Is my leg supposed to bend like that?
6 months on the heating pad. I hope it was worth it.
I wonder if cartilage grows back.
Yep, that's gonna break right in half.
This looks so easy on TV.
Are you having back pain? Get a free copy of our book, Back to Normal, at maddenpt.com/free book. Madden Physical Therapy, the results you want, the care you deserve. A 10-0 run right now for Harrisburg, and the Cougars are off and running. And the shooting so far for Lower Dauphin, 3 of 19, 15.7%, Todd. That's not going to win you a lot of championships.
It's not.
Harrisburg 2 out of 15 in the 2-point field goal category. This half, they're 5 out of 8. That was the first half. The second half, 5 out of 8. So they've improved drastically since that 2 of 15 first half. Again, Harrisburg all over it right now. They can sense blood in the water.
Great hustle out of McCullough. Saves that ball. Gets it into Wooding's hands. That's going to be a legal screen. That's going to go the other way. That's a foul. They're going to call Collins on that. You see Collins, Gary, coming over. She's moving the whole time.
See her slide in. You can see Woodyard actually run into. Well, there you saw Woodyard also push out.
Yeah, lifted the elbows a bit.
The player
too.
with the elbow. So back it comes now. Lower Dauphin, and the press is on. That's the 4th turnover this quarter for Harrisburg. Todd, it seems like Harrisburg has really picked their defense up a good step this quarter.
They really have, and they started pressuring a little bit, and they're forcing turnovers. Well, there's going to foul up front.
So Day getting ready to make her move. And the foul is called out front. And that's against Collins. 1:25 to go here in the third. Grace, did you get any sense of the timeout there, what was going on as far as what Coach Heiser thought?
Yeah, Lower Dauphin coaching staff, they were just like, guys, if we're going to win this game, we have to pick it up now. We have to get good shots. We're not, they're putting up these shots that aren't falling as Grace Day takes a shot, but they just said, we have to do it now. We said, we got the rest of this third and a whole nother fourth. We can do it.
You know, Grace makes an interesting point, but good shots for Lower Dauphin comes out of good motion and good screening, and they've really kind of wandered away from that, and you got to give credit to Harrisburg defense, at least in part, for that happening, don't you, Todd?
Yeah, they've really actually scouted that curl cut very well for Lower Dauphin and that motion offense, and they're just not getting anything out of the offense.
The other thing is, when you get the ball off the curl cut, you got to be able to score, and Harrisburg is so deep in front there, so big, we've seen 3 or 4 block shots, so that's in your mind, too. Once you get there, you're not going to get the easy shot.
Yeah, size advantage Harrisburg.
Long look, will not go. Off the hands of Pandolino. And stolen back by Lower Dauphin. Candelito kicks it. Back out it comes. Good recovery by Harrisburg. Day. Look at the defense, though. This is going to be a foul, though, called against McCullough.
I mean, Day's frustrated. She's even saying, I can't do anything. I mean, as soon as I grab the ball, they're just quicker. They're quicker to the ball, Harrisburg is. They're even more physical, stronger tonight, and it's starting to show.
Running out of time. And a foul in the backcourt. And the foul against Lower Dauphin. I think Day could have still held the ball in the backcourt and not had it be backcourt. I think she thought she touched it.
I think.
There you see Bob Heiser. He's done a great job over Lower Dauphin over all the years. And, of course, had a district championship at Middletown. Remember Dave Grabuloff played there. He coached him. The all-time leading scorer at Middletown. Went to Florida State.
And William & Mary finished his playing career at William & Mary.
There's a push from behind by McCullough. She's got another foul. And Yuan Lee not particularly happy with that call. So Day checks out. And back in comes Amber Schweiger.
Yeah, you had to get her in. I mean,
here comes that trap in the backcourt. And into the third quarter, not going to go 25-11. We head to the fourth. Harrisburg leads it on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
Today's Advanced Hoops tip will feature Duke McCamey, our post-training expert.
One of the key moves I teach young players is the drop step. It's important to establish position, first with both feet in the neutral position. Allowing players to choose either pivot foot, depending on the defense's position. Once you secure the ball, using the power dribble, drop step toward the basket, with 2 hands to seal the defender. This will help a young player finish with great balance.
The drop step is just one move a young player will learn in my post class.
My name is Monica. I'm an elementary school teacher.
My name is Mitch. I'm a graphic design specialist.
We have 4 children. Currently we have life and auto insurance with Erie. Our agent is helping us to move our homeowners insurance to Erie as well.
They've always been a good company and good customer service. If anything ever happens to me, my family will be protected.
Call Logan or Warren Stumpf at Capital Region Insurance Agency, 717-731-1142.
We come out of the timeout. Let's get to Grace Grill right now, who's been wandering around in the huddles down there. Coach Heiser wandering around for a solution right now. Grace, what's he saying?
I have to say I was very impressed with Coach Heiser. Look, he could be so frustrated right now with his team, but he pulled them down and he said, look, calmly, he said, we're going to get back in this because we got to take care of the ball and we need to be better with our movement.
That's one of the things you can't do right there, though, is Brandon has really taken over the second half. She's now got 13 points, and you can see she has been the focal point here, Todd.
Yeah, they're just making it look easy now. They're either going to have to front her or pinch her with backside help, but it's too easy. That entry pass into her, she's just turning and scoring. Got to do something different defensively now. Now the game's out of hand.
You need some of these to go, and there's one. As finally Friedrich finds an open, and Friedrich will knock down her 17th three of the year, and a timeout on the floor. 27-14, Harrisburg leads it on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
Every day, we pride ourselves in what we do. Hard work is put into every pre-owned vehicle we put on the road. We make sure they are all safe and reliable for your peace of mind. Your real value comes from the Hoffman name and the people that stand behind it. So if you're in the market for a pre-owned vehicle, just call me, Ryan.
Interested in playing collegiate basketball? Looking for an opportunity to showcase your skills in front of college coaches? Team Pennsylvania, the top AAU showcase program in the area, will be holding tryouts starting February 24th and 25th weekend. 10th and 11th boys on March 3rd. You can register today at www.advancedhoops.com. Well, we got one shot going down from Friedrich here to close the lead to 13, Tom, but a lot of work yet to do for the Falcons.
Yeah, they just got to get stops, edge in it, 2 at a time.
Let's go to Grace Grill.
Gary, I was in that Cougar huddle, and Coach Dwan Lee, Friedrich hits that shot, and he has a timeout. He did not like that, and he sat his team down and said, guys, we're not doing this. He goes, we are going to close this game, and we're going to do it strong.
There's Woodyard getting rejected by Grace Day along the baseline.
Grace Day stepped up and made a nice defensive stop there. Let's see if Lower Dauphin can get a stop here, go down and convert.
It was an odd timeout by Dwan Lee, I thought, where it was like there's something he saw that he said, we're not going to do that. We haven't seen all his games this year, but you could tell there was something there he did not want to see as a tendency getting started.
Well, one thing I saw was it was an uncontested shot. No one even got out on her. And he's like, you can't leave them that wide open. They might not be hitting tonight. But what we taught, you got to get out through it. Because the Cougars have played great defense tonight. That was one little letdown there.
Well, both defensive averages are likely to come down tonight. Both of them average 57 points a game, but I don't think we're going to reach that. Here's a big steal. Pandolino up, in. Pandolino picks the pocket there and gets her first deuce of the night. And the lead now down to 11 with 6:49 to play.
Okay, they got the stop they want. Here they come back. They're doubling the ball on the top of the key. Now they're going to bring a chaser. And look at that. They get a turnover. They got it.
And they got the possession. So all of a sudden, the little trap paying off here for the Falcons.
Well, they haven't shown any kind of real trap tonight. They haven't really shown a whole lot. Now they just kind of put it on them. That's a smart play out of Bobby Hires and his staff. Chase a double. You got to do something a little different here. Mix it up. You got some time to be fairly patient with the ball, but you can't stand around if you're Lower Dauphin.
Open shot again. You need those to fall right now if you're Lower Dauphin. Hop it on the floor. It's McCullough. McCullough manages to throw it off a Falcon player. Schweiger took one to the noggin.
Yeah, she got it right off the face. Originally, it was signaled as Lower Dauphin ball, but it was
Watch this.
switched.
That was, McCullough was trying to actually find a teammate, I think, and Schweiger's head got in the way.
Here comes that double. They're kind of running and jumping you.
Yeah, there's where you want to go. Get it to Brannon and let her take you on home. 15 points now for Dejanay Brannon. I tell you, she knows what to do. She uses that dribble as a vehicle. She takes space with it. There's no wasted space.
Well, they're kind of running and jumping, meaning they're bringing a backside double at you. They're chasing you, and then you got to find the open person. And they did that. Brandon's the open person.
Brandon 1 out of 2 at the line, but Brandon gets her own rebound again and puts it back. Brandon now with 17 points in this one.
She single-handedly said, you know what, we want to win the game. It's winning time. I'm the player. Get the ball to me. We're going to come out here with the goal. And that's what she's doing tonight.
Already got 6 points this quarter. Schweiger will not go. And again, you're getting some looks, but you're just not making the percentage you need to make.
They struggled all night from the start of the game shooting the ball tonight.
Here comes Brannon. Looks ahead, finds her teammate Collins, and Collins smooths on in there. I'll tell you, this team might have 2 of the best big people running the floor. They beat the big people down the floor all the time. For Collins, that's her first deuce of the night.
And Lower Dolphins 1 for 10 from the three-point range.
Again, a shot rush, but it's going to be a foul call, I think. As Friedrich is knocked down outside the three-point line. So Olivia Friedrich, 79% free throw shooter, who's already 2 out of 2 tonight, will get 3 shots here.
Yeah, knocked down. You got to make these count. Yeah, 1 for 10 from the three-point line tonight, Lower Dauphin. That's a big surprise right there. That's the difference in this game. They've not been able to convert or hit anything from outside.
And with the exception of one shot by Friedrich, all of them were rushed. Friedrich makes the first. She's got 6 points in this one. Leading scorer tonight with 6 points for Lower Dauphin. Collins will come off the floor. Here's Friedrich. Second one up and good. And apparently it was a 2-point effort out there, so she makes twos, cut it to 15. Lower Dauphin 5 out of 21 from twos. And 1 out of 10 from threes.
If you're Harrisburg, you can be so patient with this possession. You don't have to force anything, work the ball around. You don't have to force a shot. You're under 5 minutes now.
And Woodyard, you don't need that shot. It's not a good shot in that situation.
No, it was a forced shot.
And as you said, it's a time and score situation. This is going to be should have been a walk. You watch this, and I think there was a walk here before the foul, but not tonight. Take a look at this. Now watch her stop. She moves her left foot. Now she'll move again.
She changed pivot foot.
Yep.
And when you change your pivot foot, she did. DeJuan Lee's right. He's over there explaining. He's like, okay, she initiated her pivot foot as her left foot. You can move your right foot. So she moves her right foot, then moves her left foot.
DeJuan Lee, not a happy guy. Schweiger makes both. She's 3 of 4 tonight. She's got 7 points in this one. And the heat coming here from Lower Dauphin. And I think you're going to get a timeout on the floor here from DeJuan Lee. It's 33-20. Harrisburg leads at 4:44 left in this one. This is High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
Today's Advanced Hoops tip will feature Gerald Jarman, former Division I point guard from the University of Richmond.
The figure 8 cone dribbling drill is a great drill to teach players how to cross over right and left as they go around the cones in a figure 8 pattern. This also teaches a player to hook the ball right and left as they go around the cone. These skills in a game speed motion will help a player develop control and speed in the open court. The most effective way to execute this drill is to time them in 30-second intervals so they push themselves at a fast pace. This is a key drill I teach my players in my class.
Welcome back to Central Dauphin High School, where Harrisburg leads at 33-20, 4:44 to go here in the fourth quarter. Don't forget our Giant post-game show coming up afterward. Our Capital Region Insurance Agency play of the game and our Hoffman Ford player of the game. And I'm thinking right now there's one player that stood head and shoulders, literally and figuratively, above everybody tonight so far, Todd McCall, and that is Dejanay Brannon.
Yeah, I mean, she was the winning formula right now. She took the game.
Out of 33 points.
She took the game over when she needed to. That's the difference.
Let's get to Grace Grill. She's been over in the huddles.
That's right, Gary. I was in that Lower Dauphin huddle, and the message coming from the Lower Dauphin coaching camp was we need to make a run, and we need to make it right now.
Well, and just as though she was on cue there with you, Grace, Schwager gets the steal, gets the score. She's got 9 points and a chance to make it 10 as they've cut it to 11.
Well, now they're starting to do some things. You know where this full court press is actually hurting Harrisburg a little bit, and Lower Dauphin's starting to able to force some turnovers and get easy buckets.
And Schwager, where she belongs at the foul line, where she shoots at 82%, 5 out of 6 there tonight, or 4 out of 5 rather. On the other end, the miss, and here comes Lower Dauphin, a chance to cut it under 10.
I mean, Lower Dauphin dodged a bullet. Nobody rotated back. Harrisburg had an easy layup, and they missed it.
Here's Malinen. Long look. Friedrich's not going to get it. Schwager instead. Schwager buries it downtown, and Schwager is on fire right now. She's got 8 points this half. Timeout on the floor. 7-point lead. 4:11 to go in this one. It's the High School Sports Live Mid-Penn Championship. Back after this.
Hit the road with Jack. Hit the road with the Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 8 great franchises in 3 locations. Buick, GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, and Stettler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. A Giambalvo family dealership. Over $20 million in new and pre-owned inventory with unbeatable service after the sale, too. There's a reason the Giambalvo family's been a part of your community for decades. Hit the road with Jack and find out why. The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 3 great locations. Online at Giambalvo.com.
They have cut it to 7, have the Falcons, and they're flying high here for the moment, Todd McCall.
Well, you got to show a team something different. Bobby Heiser and his coaching staff said, hey, we're a little bit desperate right now. We got to find something. They went to full court man-to-man trapping. Before that, they went to a three-quarter court, which I used to call a run and jump. And they started forcing turnovers, and they got some easy buckets. And then, when it's time, Swagger hits the top of the key shot, the highest percentage shooting shot. Why? In your driveway, Gary, what does everybody shoot in their driveway? They shoot 100 of them from the top of the key. Grace Grill, from the time she was in kindergarten up, shot that top of the key shot. That's the shot for Swagger.
Best look in the house. Here's where you want to get it to Brandon, and the foul in the backcourt will go against Katie Weigel. So you look for Brandon. I think right now you want to get it inside to Brandon, high percentage shots. She's a girl that got you to this point. You can take it home with her.
I think it's safe to say, wouldn't you, Gary, that I don't think I'd want another shot on the floor right now if I was a Harrisburg Cougar, other than 23 touching it 5 foot away.
There's your foul in the backcourt as Woodyard will walk it down here. This is the closest that Lower Dauphin has been since 17-11 at the 5:29 mark of the third quarter. So out of the game will go McKenna Lennox.
These are important foul shots, and I know Woodard knows it. I don't like to stand on the line and wait for the ball. I like to walk off, and I walked up to the line.
Woodyard is 2 of 3 so far tonight, and misses this one, and another good block out by Swagger.
Swagger had an outstanding block out. That's the reason Lower Dauphin has the ball coming up the court right now.
Oh, and then the throwaway. Boy, you needed a good possession there, and the throwaway right at the end by Swagger. She's frustrated. Every possession gets magnified here. Here's the trap again. And thrown away by Harrisburg. Grace, that was right down in your, if you'll excuse the pun, grill.
Yeah, Lower Dauphin starting to find their groove and make Harrisburg play with that pressure that they've been handling all night.
Problem for Harrisburg, you're in what we call tweener land right now here at 3:54. Do we try to go for the score? Do we hang on to the ball? So you're in that kind of purgatory mentally, right, Todd?
Yeah, and you know what? I don't know what we got to push inside. But teams who pressure don't often like to be pressured, and I'm seeing that a little bit in Harrisburg Cougars.
I've never understood that, by the way. It's true. It's an axiom. Turnovers, by the way, Lower Dauphin with 24, 18 in the first half, 15 turnovers a game now for the Cougars.
And this benefits the Lower Dauphin Falcons from the foul line.
Yeah, here they are. They're 75%, 76% from the free throw line. Here you have Olivia Friedrich, who hasn't missed a thing there all night long. She's 5 out of 5. She's got 8 points in this one.
And you're scoring with no time coming off the clock.
Back in the game, Alea Cowan. So here's Friedrich again, up and good. And you get the score with the clock stopped. And here comes a trap again. And frustrated back there for the moment is Woodyard.
Harrisburg struggling against this man-to-man pressure. It's just man-to-man pressure. Now listen, you got a double coming on the first pass. You can send a cutter through. The person who took the ball out could sprint right through. You can hit them, and they'll bait the press every time.
That trap is suffocating right now and forces another turnover. The lead down to 5. Lower Dauphin with a basketball. 3:34 to go.
If I was the Cougars, I would get a timeout and set up how to break that press breaker immediately so you can get some easy buckets. Right now, you can't get it over half court.
10 unanswered points right now from the Falcons. Thought they were fading. Underneath, layup coming up for Swagger, and it's in. What a great pass from Melanin. Swagger off the back cut. She's got 15. The lead to 3.
She came off of a flex cut so fundamentally and scored it so easily.
Here comes Brandon. She's going to try to restore some order. Brandon has it blocked from behind. Rebound. Long one. Downtown. Will not go from McCullough. Rebound by
Wait a minute. You're up 3. You're up 3 if you're Harrisburg. You don't have to push the panic button.
Oh, and a throwaway again. And then a foul in the backcourt. Should be against Pendolino.
Well, Katie Weigel come off the bench, and I don't know, and even Bobby Heiselstein, I don't know if they wanted her in that particular situation taking a shot. She came cold off the bench and took a shot and then picked up a foul call. You're bailing Harrisburg out when you do things like that.
Here you go back to the foul line, and it's going to be Cowan there, and it's the first time she's been there all night. A 56% free throw shooter. And here she goes. Cowan up and rolls it in. Big shot by Cowan. you start to talking about 2 and 3 possession games here. Well, you're in a 2 possession game for the moment, although a lot of time left in this one. Callan, second shot, up. Will not go.
Good box out.
Maybe the best box out team I've seen all year.
It's a clinic on boxing out. I mean,
here's Schwager. Schwager driving hard to the basket and does not go. But it'll be a 2-shot foul. So Schwager, 82% shooter, heading back to the line.
Can we point out that take? That was an old school Bob Cousy looking take, and she did it so fundamentally well. What a great take if you're Schwager or Lower Dauphin fans. That's what she can do.
And here's Schwager. This is where they want to live. Clock stop, shooting free throws for Lower Dauphin.
Unbelievable. They found and etched their way back into this game.
Back to 2 points. 17 points now all of a sudden for Schwager. She just came back into the game and is just going off like a jet. Wide open coming down the court here. Here comes Callan. Callan up. Callan in. Nice job of looking again. And Callan gets it back home. She's got 5 tonight.
If you're pressure, you got to remember to rotate back. And that's something Lower Dauphin. You know what? That 2-point game right there, I might have just backed out of that press, and I might have just said, okay, let's just sit down on defense and play. Because right now, you're at a 2-point game, a 4-point game now.
And Bob Heiser is going to call a timeout here. 2:15 to go. 36-32. Harrisburg leads it. This is the Mid-Penn Girls Championship on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
My 3 CCA students love attending cyber school. They love the interaction with the other families, with their teachers, with the other students. The students will learn on the computer. They have live lessons just like the lessons would be in a typical school when you go to it. As a learning coach, my role is to support my students and facilitate their education. The curriculum is very extensive, and so the students are being challenged every single day in their different subject areas. CCA has helped my family to get a quality education, and it has been a wonderful experience.
And hi to all our viewers online tonight. Check it out on High School Sports Live. We thank you all for joining tonight, and also those of you who are watching at home. We got ourselves a good one. Didn't look like that 3-4 minutes ago, Tom McCall, but here we are. Grace Grill, what do you got?
Gary, Coach Bob Heiser got into that huddle, and he said, what a great comeback. Guys, am I right? He goes, let's finish it.
Friedrich, downtown, will not go. Now you're Harrisburg. You got a 2-possession lead. Woodyard's got it, going hard to the glass, and Woodyard, she's going to get called for the player control foul. You didn't need that bucket. Todd McCall.
Wow. Okay.
Take a look.
You don't get to get excited, but that is a great charge call. Lower Dauphin starting to do those things. They're going back to their textbook. You remember when you raise a kid and teach a kid, there's biblical terms about that? They come back to it, right, Gary? In the end, you talk about taking charges. This team got back to fundamentals. That's why this game's a 4-point game.
And into the game for Harrisburg now comes Destiny Shepard. Her first time really in there tonight. Back there with her sister, Deanna Shepard. And now a big possession here. A 2-possession game, under 2 minutes to play for Lower Dauphin. They've crawled the mountain here. Schwager kicked out of bounds by Harrisburg. 1:43 to go.
Man, I tell you. Underneath the basket, here's a great opportunity. If you have an out-of-bounds play you haven't used yet, something that maybe they haven't seen on the scouting report, yep, coming back out, but they're on that.
Mallon looking for the screen for Schwager. Here comes Mallon and Hart. Good defense by Brandon.
You don't have to force anything if you're Lower Dauphin. You don't need a 3 either.
You want to get the kind of shot here, though, that draws a foul. There it is, downtown. Will it go? Does not. Rebound, underneath, dive on the floor. Day's got it. And Day's going to get called for the walk as she slid across the floor, but good hustle.
Yeah, it was a great hustle.
Don't forget, we got a giant post-game show coming up. Our Capital Region Insurance Agency Play of the Game. Our Hoffman Ford Player of the Game. Now we got to talk about who is it on the Lower Dauphin side. Yeah, obviously, you got to think Schwager is in the book there. Yeah. She's got 17 points. Just like that, it seemed. She had 3 points in the first quarter, 5 at the half. And she's exploded here in the second half with 12.
She kind of climbed back in it and just kind of found a way.
Day out of there. Katie Weigel will check back in for her for defensive reasons. Here you're wide open. Here's Brandon. Brandon down the court, and Brandon with a big score for Harrisburg. There she is, Dejanay Brandon.
It's going to be a technical on Harrisburg because Brandon clapped in the face of a Lower Dauphin player and swore when she did it, and that's going to be a technical foul.
You just had a great play. Now you're going to give it back to Lower Dauphin in a moment here.
Now, I think you still shoot the assessed foul.
Right. Brandon will shoot the foul.
And then you go down the other end and shoot with no time coming off the clock. You'll shoot 2 and give Lower Dauphin the ball back.
Brandon has 19. Now watch what happens.
Right here. She starts getting very excited, and then it's not over yet. She goes back over and starts a little extra. Just emotions get the best of sometimes of everyone involved in a tight game.
She must have said something because it didn't look. Yeah, okay. So she said a word that you probably ought not say, especially with the stripes around. Juan Lee is getting the explanation from Andy Hine over there as to what it was, and now he's shaking his head going, okay, I got it. So she misses the free throw. This is a big foul here because now you give shots on the other end to a team that's shooting 76% from the free throw line, and they get possession of the basketball. So in essence, they get 2 possessions here.
You're going to send Swagger to the line. Are they going to send? Nope, I'll take that back. They'll send Frederick to the line. She'll shoot the assessed technical fouls, and they'll get the ball back. And remember, no time coming off the clock. No time off the clock.
Friedrich with her 5th, make that 7th straight free throw now. So now you're back to 5 points, a 2-possession game of sorts. And second one is the first one missed all night. So here comes Grace Day back. It is a substitute offense-defense. And checking out will be Katie Weigel. Huge possession right here with 1:15 to play. That comes today. Schweiger being guarded like a rug. There goes Schweiger. Schweiger fouled. Almost got the chance of the 3-point play, but she'll go to the line.
You knew that was going to happen. You knew with that overplay that she's like, well, I got to get this. She didn't know what else to do but get the ball to the rack.
She goes right on by, and you can take your choice. It looks like the foul is going to be assessed to Deanna Shepard.
Yeah, Shepard, they picked her up on the foul. She was closely guarding.
Schweiger goes back to the line. She's got 17. She has not missed there yet tonight. And I take it back. She missed her first free throw tonight. She's made everything 7 in a row since then.
Here's the thing. Only 8 seconds has come off the clock since the technical. So, like, they haven't lost any ground time-wise.
And there she is again.
3-point game.
19 points. Oh, she and Brandon have 19 points. And Harrisburg hanging on. A long possession game here, a 3-point possession.
You can afford, if you're Lower Dauphin, to set down your defense. Remember, Harrisburg, you're under a minute. You're up 3. You didn't have to do anything.
Thrown away by Pandolino. Pandolino up. Pandolino in for 2, and Pandolino scores. He's got 4. 1-point lead for the Cougars. Cowan gets it back out to Brandon.
Smart play by Cowan. Just get it out to Brandon. Let Brandon take care of this.
Brandon goes up, and Brandon charge again. Player control on Brandon. No bucket. A 1-point lead. 39 seconds to go, and Lower Dauphin is going to get it.
Look for Bobby Heiser and his staff to get it over half court and take a timeout. I like where the ball went, don't you? Gary, you went to the hands that's been feeding you the whole night.
Brandon went in, and I don't think a lot of the Harrisburg fans like the player control call. In it comes to Maladin. Now they got it back in the hands of the person you wanted. Schweiger's with it. Being guarded by Shepard.
They're going to let him play. Bobby Heiser's going to let him play. He's calling something out from the sideline. And no hurry.
You want to get it back to Schweiger, don't you?
I'd probably play last shot.
There's Schweiger and Friedrich. They've been tough. Schweiger's open on the left side if they want her. And now timeout by Bob Heiser. 13.8 seconds to go. We're going to keep it right here. Grace Grill's going to be heading over to his huddle. 13.8 seconds to go. So Todd McCall, take us inside the huddle right now. If you were in there right now, what would you be calling?
I'm looking at that Lower Dauphin team. The first thing I'm going to say to him, and I bet Bobby Heiser's staff is saying, is you come way too far to lose this game now. You come all the way back. At one point, it looked like There was no heartbeat at all. And here's what we're going to do. We're going to take the ball out, and we're going to get the ball to 12. We're going to clear that floor, and we're going to let her win or lose this game for us. And at that point there, you can't do anything else to say, clear that lane, let her come down, spot up.
And what you want to say also here is the kind of shot you put up cannot be weak. You want to take it up. You want to sell the shot. If you make the bucket, great. If not, you want to be going to the line for 2. And again, that's all in favor of Lower Dauphin. Swigert just has only missed from the line one time all night long.
Then there's the old decoy play, as you know. You're looking like you're going to go to 12, and you go inside off a box-to-box screen to somebody. Stuff like that can happen, too.
On the other side of your Dwan Lee, you're saying anybody but Swigert gets it right here. What's Coach Bob Heiser saying, Grace Grill?
Coach Heiser told his team, he said, crash the boards and be tough with the basketball. On the other end, Dwan Lee told his team, he said, I want everything in front of you.
Oh, and a little push down there. 13.8 seconds to go. 15 of 19 with the free throw line has been Lower Dauphin. They got to get the ball inbounds first against this tough Harrisburg D. There's Malinin. Hands it off to Swigert. Swigert drives, misses the layup. And then a walk called against Harrisburg. 9.2 seconds to go now. Lower Dauphin gets it again.
Man, I tell you, I love the out-of-bounds play. I don't know if we can get a look at that out-of-bounds play.
There it was.
Man.
And we get a timeout on the floor. We'll keep it right here again. Todd?
Gary, I know you and I were looking at this play like, I didn't even like the setup at first. I'm like, they're going to force it to try to go it in. But what they did was they knew who they were going to get that ball back to. And she got the exact shot she wanted. Swigert did. They kick it back to her on the in-bounds plays. You know what else is open, Gary? Box-to-box screen. It's who's who tonight, isn't it,
Kurt
Gary?
Smallwood over there tonight, the boys coach at Harrisburg High, and they're in the district playoffs. And, you know, it was interesting. I saw Dwan Lee, the very first thing he did in the timeout was he said, cover the ball up and just hold on to it. They can't take it away that way. So everybody feeling the pressure. Look at this. Everybody's standing. Got the State College boys team here. They're cheering right now for somebody. So here we go.
This is what championship games are all about. This is what gold medal games are. It's never out.
Well, we said
kids.
The game's in the 30s. Lower Dauphin has a chance to win it. If it's in the 50s, it's Harrisburg. Swigert. Swigert with the drive. Swigert is going to be stopped. 3.8 seconds to go. Foul in the backcourt. Harrisburg has it.
Gary, you mentioned something before that last time out, and was whatever shot you get, you got to be strong with it. And she wasn't strong with it. You're not going to get a call like that when you're not strong with it.
Both players smartly for Harrisburg had their hands straight up.
They did a great job. Harrisburg did a great job defending that. Here's what you want. You want to look strong with that.
For the game, Harrisburg 6 of 19 in free throws here.
Wow.
Has not been a good night for the charity stripe, which has been anything but.
Even hitting 2, it's a one-possession game with the 3-ball tying it.
But when it counts, Destiny Shepard says, hey, it's destiny. Maybe we ought to win this game. And now she gets the chance to put up on the all-important 3. I think actually the missed shot here helps Harrisburg because you got to organize then. The made shot, at least you have a chance to get out of bounds, set it before the clock starts if you're Lower Dauphin. Here's Destiny Shepard, big one. Shepard, second one, no good. Missed shot, you got to get down court. Here's Swigert, lets it go. Long one, no good. Harrisburg wins it. 39-37, the girls mid-Penn champions.
I tell you, it was a great comeback by Lower Dauphin. Harrisburg holds on, prevails, 39-37. We had something that looked like it was just a sleeper game in a while, and then it just got really exciting from 4 minutes on.
They outscored them 26-14 coming on home here, and a big fourth quarter from Lower Dauphin, but Swigert with 19 points. Olivia Friedrich was stunning. Coming down the stretch, she had 10 points. But it was Brandon on the other side who seemed to be the one to steady the ship whenever they needed it in the big moments, and she will be our Hoffman Ford player of the game. We'll take a very quick break. We'll come right back. This is High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hey, you two. It's dinner time. When Marcus and Michelle were starting their family, they came to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for their home loan. We're proud we could help Marcus, Michelle, and Mia. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help home ownership dreams come true.
My 3 CCA students love attending cyber school. They love the interaction with the other families, with their teachers, with the other students. The students will learn on the computer. They have live lessons just like the lessons would be in a typical school when you go to it. As a learning coach, my role is to support my students and facilitate their education. The curriculum is very extensive, and so the students are being challenged every single day in their different subject areas. CCA has helped my family to get a quality education, and it has been a wonderful experience.
Living proof of the difference you can make when you're all for health. Highmark Blue Shield.
No regrets. If only she'd parked in a garage. If only they had the chimney cleaned. If only they had Erie Insurance. Erie is seriously good insurance that treats you fairly and goes above and beyond to make you feel like your auto or home mishap never happened. At rates that'll save you as much as the other guys. So get a quote from Erie today. Because whatever your regrets in life, your insurance company shouldn't be one of them.
Your local Erie agent is Capital Region Insurance Agency. Get a quote at 717-731-1142.
At Pizza Hut, our original pan dough rises fresh every day, making it crispy on the outside, soft and chewy on the inside. And now you can get our original pan as part of the $6.99 any deal. That's 2 medium pizzas with any toppings, any crust, any specialty for just $6.99 each. Only at Pizza Hut.
39-37, Harrisburg wins it, and the awards ceremony taking place right now. Dwan Lee putting the medals around the necks. Let's tune in to what he's doing.
Jasmine Wright. Number 11, Adriana Finley. Number 12, Cheyenne Collins. Number 13, Jasmine Mathis. Number 15, Elia Cohen. Number 23, Dejanay Brannon. And number 33, Kiara Singleton Green. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2017-2018 Mid-Penn Conference champion, Harrisburg Lady Cougars.
There you see the Cougars with the medals now as they're checking to make sure it's real gold. They will play more basketball this season as the Cougars will play Southwestern on Tuesday night in the districts. That will be at Harrisburg at 6 o'clock. They are number 2, and number 1 in 5A will be Lower Dauphin. And they'll be playing Donegal on Tuesday at 7 o'clock at Lower Dauphin High School. Now, our Hoffman Ford player of the game here in our Giant post-game show is number 23. We talked about her all night, Dejanay Brannon. She had 19 points tonight, Todd. She was outstanding. Grace, a great game by the big girl. She did it inside all the way around.
Yeah, she was just tough in all aspects of the game. She was down low at some point. She was bringing the ball up under a press break, and she just played tough all game.
There you see that running one-hander she had going to the left side. You liked that one a lot, Todd.
Yeah, I did. And I like the fact that they started looking for her because she was the bread and butter all night. Now, even when the game got clamped down, that she took the ball, they called a charge on her. But really, the difference in them coming away with the goal tonight was Brannon, 23.
39-37, Harrisburg hangs on. Let's check out our Capital Region Insurance Agency play of the game tonight. And here it is. Big steal and a layup here. You see the score by Pendolino, and it had Lower Dauphin within 2 points at that particular point in time. But 2 points is where it stayed at the end for Harrisburg. And 1 down, 1 to go. And our Mid-Penn Championships here tonight is Harrisburg girls take home the gold. They beat Lower Dauphin 39-37. I want to thank all of our people here tonight for a great job. Chad Edwards and the great people on camera all night long. They gave you wonderful pictures. Of course, Jim Gallagher on stats tonight. Charlie Courtney, who was helping out all evening long. Grace Grill, who did a great job of prepping tonight and also roaming the sidelines. And, of course, best color guy around, Todd McCall. First one of 2 out of the way tonight. Harrisburg taking the gold back for the Commonwealth here tonight, 39-37. They are the champions of the Mid-Penn. Next up, State College, Milton Hershey, all here on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27. Have a great evening, everyone. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Hey everybody, I'm at the Pennsylvania Liquor Control Board talking with Corrine Donosky, who is the Director of Alcohol Education, and we are talking about know when, know how. Corrine, talk to me about the Pennsylvania Liquor Control Board and its role in alcohol education.
The board promotes a no use and zero tolerance use for minors. Earlier than ever, children have started to consume alcoholic beverages. So by the age of 8, 1 in 3 children has tried alcohol, and that number jumps to 2 in 3 by the age of 12. So getting parents to understand the importance of starting conversations with their children earlier and earlier is important.
So the PLCB's new campaign is know when, know how. Talk to me a little bit about that message.
Our new campaign, it's a statewide campaign, it's called Know When, Know How, and we promote helpful tips for parents to begin starting conversations with their children. 80% of teens say that their parents influence their decisions with underage drinking. So it's important for parents to start conversations earlier than ever.
With that said about parents being involved, what are some things that parents can do to help educate their kids?
They can stay involved in their children's lives. They should know what their children are doing, where they're going, who they're going to be with, as well as their friends' parents. They should know the facts. If they visit our website, knowwhenknowhow.org, they can learn some helpful tips to start conversations with their children. Securing alcohol in their own homes. 7 out of 10 parents do not secure alcohol. So if they would secure it, then the children would have access to it.
For more information on how to start the conversation with your kids, go to knowwhenknowhow.org.
Advanced Hoops features D1 training with former D1 players. D1 shooting instructor Charlie Fortney, who can transform a young shot with Division I training methods. D1 point guard and dribbling instruction by Gerald Jarman, former University of Richmond star. D1 speed and agility instruction by Alabama State's Archie Smith. And Fordham University 6'9" Duke McCamey provides D1 post instruction to players all over.
Over 30 years of Division I and professional experience. It doesn't get any better than that. I'm with Dr. Scott King of OSS Health. We're here for our OSS Health tip of the game. Today we're going to talk about ankle injuries. This is an area that is very close to my heart because for years, ankle injuries just plagued my sports career, and that was years ago. But Dr. King, you have a greater insight. You see athletes all on a regular basis. Talk about what you're seeing in your office and what's going on today with ankle injuries.
So ankle injuries are the most prevalent or the most common thing that I see, both on the sidelines in our urgent care. We see ankle sprains, on a frequent basis. And sometimes, it's a first-time ankle sprain. Patients usually do pretty well with that, with ice, anti-inflammatory medication if it's indicated, and relative rest, and then some strengthening exercises. But certainly a good portion of patients have recurrent ankle sprains, and that's where it becomes more difficult to treat because then they start losing more and more time in play. So the big key, if you do sprain your ankle, is immobilization, whether it's taping, an ankle brace, something along those lines when you do return to sport for a period of time. But I think what's overlooked a lot is, rehab, ankle strengthening exercises, because patients will get weakness, they'll get swelling, and that's going to cause you to have a more lax ankle, more susceptible to recurrent sprains. So doing ankle strengthening exercises, whether it's with your trainer, whether it's with a physical therapy, is really, really important and has been, shown over and over again to lower your risk of having a recurrent ankle sprain and having recurrent injuries to your ankle.
Now, is there a certain length of time that you would say, hey, just take this long of a break before you get back into action, or is it all riding on how the rehab goes?
There's definitely grades of sprain, like grade 1, grade 2, grade 3 of ankle sprains. And, then you can bring in high ankle sprains too, which generally can take longer to recover from. Usually people need, athletes need a couple weeks, 2 weeks to return to sport. And that's usually the earlier end, the earlier side of it. It can certainly be 4 to 6 weeks, but I really make it patient specific because I have different levels of patients with different levels of sprains, swelling, and pain. So it's just based on, whenever that athlete is ready to return and their pain level is tolerable, they can return.
Guys, you've heard it from Dr. King from OSS Health. Ankle injuries are common. Those are some great tips for families at home. I know I'm going to use some of them, especially with my kids.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back for our second game of our championship doubleheader here tonight. I'm Gary Sutton, your play-by-play announcer, alongside Todd McCall and also our sideline analyst, Grace Grill, as it's State College and Milton Hershey in the boys' championship tonight. The visiting team here tonight, State College out of the Commonwealth. They were undefeated in the Commonwealth this season, Todd. But one of the guys that really makes them go is a guy named Drew Freiberg. He is the real deal.
Well, Drew Freiberg, he is the real deal. He can play. He can beat you inside. He can beat you outside. In the early game that we saw him against Harrisburg this year, he started off the game with 3 straight threes, and it was almost like a nail in the coffin in the first minute of the game. Here's the other thing. He gets everybody else involved. He throws alley-oops. He plays outstanding defense. Don't take anything away from this guy defensively. But tonight, I believe Milton Hershey has some size too. So State College is going to see some size that they haven't seen in a little bit.
State College is a team that fundamentally will do it all. They're on an upper level offensively. They run a lot of really good stuff. We saw them take apart a Harrisburg team this year. We thought it was pretty decent. They made it look like child's play.
They did make it look like child's play. They remind me a little bit. Now, maybe, I don't know if you'll know this or not, feel this way as well, but they remind me of a European team. They can dribble outside, shoot outside, play inside. They've got big guys at 6'6" that can dribble. They'll throw alley-oops. You're in for an exciting ball game tonight with this State College team. And then Milton Hershey, they love to get up and down. They'll make things crazy. They'll get after the ball. They'll hustle. They won't be outbeat on the hustle floor plays tonight. Milton Hershey won't. But State College, a big task for Milton Hershey tonight.
And they'll expose your weaknesses in a hurry. But on the other side, great guard play can overcome that. Danye Baylor-Carroll, 22.4 points a game, 64 threes this season for Milton Hershey. He's the real deal here, Grace Grill.
Yeah, Carroll is absolutely having just a phenomenal season, but tonight they are going to need to get everybody involved. Like you guys touched on, this is a great State College team, and I talked to Coach Zerbe earlier today, and he just said, we need to stay with them. He said, we know they're good, but we just got to stay with them and not let them get ahead early.
Milton Hershey, a team that can score a lot of points in a hurry, though. They know how to get up and down the court, and as Todd said, they've got some inside presence as well that can maybe take on some of that height that State College brings to the game.
Yeah, Pedro Rodriguez is going to be down low for them tonight, and he's really got to he's got to put the pressure on. He's got to play good offensively, but defensively he's got to shut down their big man.
Well, we've crowned the girls here in the Mid-Penn, and it's Harrisburg. We're getting ready to hand out some more royalty crowns here in just a moment to the boys' championship. It's a Mid-Penn championship, boys basketball style. State College, Milton Hershey up next on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
These past few years have been tough on all of us. You worry about the economy, your job, your savings. You may even have given up on your dream of owning your own home. But don't give up just yet. We're PHFA. We help people realize their dreams of owning their own home with features like competitive interest rates, down payment and closing cost assistance, and even free home ownership counseling. PHFA can make your dream of home ownership finally come true. Find us on the web or call us to find out how.
I'm Brian Hudson, and we're PHFA. Welcome home.
Advanced Hoops features D1 training with former D1 players. D1 shooting instructor Charlie Fortney, who can transform a young shot with Division I training methods. D1 point guard and dribbling instruction by Gerald Jarman, former University of Richmond star. D1 speed and agility instruction by Alabama State's Archie Smith. And Fordham University 6'9" Duke McCamey provides D1 post instruction to players all over.
Over 30 years of Division I and professional experience. It doesn't get any better than that.
Every day, we pride ourselves in what we do. Hard work is put into every pre-owned vehicle we put on the road. We make sure they are all safe and reliable for your peace of mind. Your real value comes from the Hoffman name and the people that stand behind it. So if you're in the market for a pre-owned vehicle, just call me, Ryan.
Today's Advanced Hoops tip will feature Archie Smith. Fasten your seatbelt.
To become a top defensive player, you need proper lateral technique. The cone-to-cone lateral slide drill will help a player practice getting quicker. It's important to keep the feet wide while the player is in a sit-down position with the back upright. When sliding back and forth, avoid crossing the feet or bringing feet together. Big focus on short, choppier steps. The lateral cone drill is just one fundamental a player will learn in my class.
My three CCA students love attending cyber school. They love the interaction with the other families, with their teachers, with the other students. The students will learn on the computer. They have live lessons just like the lessons would be in a typical school when you go to it. As a learning coach, my role is to support my students and facilitate their education. The curriculum is very extensive, and so the students are being challenged every single day in their different subject areas. CCA has helped my family to get a quality education, and it has been a wonderful experience.
Today's Advanced Hoops tip will feature Archie Smith, our speed and agility expert.
The block jumping drill is meant to develop the fast-twitch jumping muscles in a young player's legs. This drill forces a player to jump constantly and should be fast-paced while clearing the block every time. Players will develop explosive jumping skills doing this, and it trains a player's body to jump quicker and have the endurance needed to jump in game situations. The block jumping drill is one fundamental a player will learn in my class.
Welcome back to Central Dauphin High School. We're getting ready right now for the boys Mid-Penn Championships, and let's check out our starting lineups. State College against Milton Hershey. Milton Hershey will be the home team here tonight. Milton Hershey representing the Capital Conference, and of course the Commonwealth being represented by State College. There you see Don Baylor-Carroll, and he averaging 22.4 points a game, 64 threes on the season. On the other side, you have Drew Freiberg, a young man who averages close to 16 points a game for this team, a very balanced team. Freiberg with 53s on the season and make that 18.9 points a game. And he's got a great cast to go with him. Keep your eye tonight, though, on Keaton Ellis, a guy that's a point guard that can really shred defense if given the opportunity here, Todd McCall.
You're right. In shredding defenses is a specialty. You know, tonight when I look at this matchup, Gary, I mean, my questions that I have looking inside is, can this inside presence, because Milton Hershey does have an inside presence, and can that be exactly what the doctor ordered in terms of just slowing down, you know, some of the bigs that State College has, like Brandon Clark at 6'4", and both Freibergers at 6'5", 6'6". Now, they'll step outside a little bit, but they'll also go inside and hurt you.
One of the guys out there plays bigger than he actually stands, too. He's 6'5", but he plays about 7 feet. Is a guy named Ryan McNulty. You'll see him try to throw down dunks all night long. He's got some jet speed and some great propulsion, so we'll keep our eye on him as well as we're getting ready here with Joe Gilloway, our public service or public address announcer here, to give the call here on the starting lineups. We're at Central Dauphin High School, as it is going to be Milton Hershey going up against State College here tonight. Milton Hershey comes to this game 19-3, 10-2 in the Capital Division. On the other side, 21-1 on the season for State College, having an outstanding year, undefeated in the Commonwealth Division, unheard of. Their only loss of the year to defending state champion, Reading High School.
Yeah, they lost to Reading down in Reading. But yeah, you're right. how do you? Well, I don't remember the last time we talked about undefeated in Commonwealth. I mean, it's just almost impossible to do. That's a gamut, or a tough conference to run through undefeated.
Well, and
They
add to
did
that,
it.
too, they're the defending champions here in the Mid-Penn, so they're looking to go back-to-back this season in the Mid-Penn Conference after winning last year over Mechanicsburg in a very memorable game we had up at Milton Hershey.
The other shirt says on the back side of State College shirt says all in. They have been all in the last couple of years, just fundamentals, great shooters. They do a lot of cool things. But remember, Milton Hershey 2 years ago beat Harrisburg on this very floor for the Mid-Penn Conference Championship, and they did it with speed, endurance, and getting up and down the floor, which I expect them to do tonight.
They kind of shocked everybody. They came in here, and everybody's getting ready for Harrisburg to take another one home, and Milton Hershey came out and unloaded. Your officials tonight, Vince Peace, Chris Foltz, and John Bleach, will be our officials here this evening. They always do a great job.
It's a good crew, veteran crew, a crew that's around a lot of championship-style games.
You're getting your starting lineups introduced right now. And they have Milton Hershey will actually be the visiting team tonight. State College will actually be the home team now, as they have their uniforms switched around from what I thought they were originally. So we'll make that correction. Milton Hershey will be the visiting team. State College, the home team. And now you've got State College coming in with their starting lineup. Keaton Ellis is the point guard, and this guy really slithers his way through defenses a lot, Todd.
He sure does. He's going to have to get to the basket, attack the basket. He creates shots for Freiburg, and he kicks out, and Freiburg generally delivers and nails it from 20 foot away.
Ryan McNulty is explosive. Tommy Freiburg, kind of the forgotten Freiburg, but this guy can fill it up in a hurry as well.
Yeah, and they got him coming back again next year. Tommy.
Brandon Clark's the guy that gets it done on the inside. He goes 6'4". And then Drew Freiburg out there as well, who's heading to Princeton next year, just plays within himself all of the time.
Yeah, it's a great place for him to play. He's a picture-perfect kind of kid to play at Princeton.
So we're just about ready to get this one underway here. They had the national anthem before the girls' game. And final thoughts on this one, Todd, as we get ready to go. Our boys Mid-Penn Championship.
I'm excited for this championship caliber game, as two teams that deserve to be here have played very well. Milton Hershey coming away the other night with a tough win against Hershey, their arch rivals. They will surprise people. I am not, one of those guys that sit back and not say that Milton Hershey couldn't come away and win this game tonight.
Mark Zerbe, the head coach for Milton Hershey. On the other side, Joe Walker, who does a fabulous job over there for State College. State College, of course, will be going into a different district play after this. They're in District 6. They'll be playing Altoona on February 23rd.
Yeah, they come from a different direction. Hey, Keys tonight, if you're Milton Hershey Keys, you can't turn the ball over against a great team like State College. State College Keys, do what you do. They'll try to stop you, but State College aren't coming into this game with a different type of game plan. They're like, you got to beat us.
Here we go for the boys Mid-Penn Championship, Milton Hershey State College, and we are underway as McNulty wins the tap. Freiburg kicks it off. Here's Ellis. Ellis is so strong getting it up there, but good rebound here by Milton Hershey, and taking off with it is Jaden Young, and then thrown away on the other end.
Limit your turnovers, a big key for Milton Hershey. Can't turn the ball over against a great fundamental team like State College. Look at Milton Hershey. They're going to pick up right away. They're going to get in your face a little bit and play some token man-to-man full court pressure. Probably not going to trap it all, but just going to make it a little tougher to bring the ball up. It also chews clock.
State College's MO is they play within themselves, and they will do a lot of really high-level things offensively. There's McNulty posted up. Watch McNulty get up. McNulty's so strong going up through the foul that time, and McNulty in for the first points of the night.
McNulty with two.
And then quickly back on the other end is Milton Hershey with a score.
Yeah, Trey Ferguson got back on the other end pretty quick, and I think it surprised State College. He got an easy bucket there.
Surprised us. He got back in a hurry. Well, here they come again. Milton Hershey off to the races and up and no good. Yanked down by Brandon Clark. And then the foul. I think you're going to call offensive goaltending.
Got to be goaltending. Now, Danye Baylor-Carroll, that was a rare miss for him on a layup. That kid is really good around the glass. And I think State College is going to show a little something different, show a little zone press too.
Running one-hander. Pulled down by Freiberg, Tommy Freiberg. Drew Freiberg pass it off. There goes Ellis, and Ellis goes up. It's going to be a player control foul. Ellis picks up the foul, going to the basket. Tell you leave your feet a step inside that foul line, you're going to get a player control foul called all the time.
Any more, yeah. And Naeem Cross come up and stepped up and took the charge call.
Good double team in the backcourt. Look at the height in that backcourt.
I was just going to say that. We're thinking the same thing. That 6'6", double trap you're trying to look out of. And Baylor Carroll, I mean, he gives, what is he? Honestly, 5'7" maybe?
They list him at 5'9". 5'8" rather. Shot up, no good. Crossing on the floor is Rodriguez. Rodriguez puts it back. That won't go either. Pulled down by McNulty. Ellis. Ellis looking to drive every time. He'll try to create and test that middle of your defense. Freiberg looking for Brandon Clark. Tipped out of bounds off Milton Hershey. Let's check in with Grace Grill tonight. Grace, what do you have going on?
This is exactly what Coach Zerbe wanted from his team. Stay with them. They've matched their points, and the defense is great so far. They're really collapsing on Drew Freiberg. These boys know their assignments.
Clark stays with it. He went up. I thought he might have gotten fouled the first time, but he stays with it. Brandon Clark puts it away on the second effort.
Clark, 6'4", big, strong kid.
Good offensive rebound inside and stuck back in by Naeem Cross. Cross with two.
I'm telling you, this is a different kind of athletic type team that State College hasn't seen.
There goes Freiberg. Has it taken away.
This is what Milton Hershey does.
Oh, and a good block on the other end, but then the other stick back will not go. Pulled down by Clark. Clark walks with it, though. Took 2 steps out before he put the dribble down.
I think people forget. Milton Hershey can play that fast roller coaster style game, can't they? They do it with the best of them, and they can lull you into that game, and you don't realize that it's lulling you right into what they want to do. But they've missed some easy bunnies. They've missed 4 easy 5-footers tonight. Milton Hershey has.
Milton Hershey averaging 79 points a game coming into this one, 73 on the other side for State College. So these two teams know how to put it up in a hurry.
They score fast in bunches.
Oh, there's a Euro step. That was a Euro step +1.
Yeah, that was an extra step out of Rodriguez.
Milton Hershey 2 out of 7 so far in 2-point field goal efforts. A little sloppy here coming out of the gate for both teams, getting their feet under them. Ball comes back into Freiberg, and now Ellis. Keaton Ellis, a 6-foot junior. Freiberg with a pull-up.
You'll let him take that shot. It's fading away. That was great defense.
Tommy Freiberg downtown buries it. Tommy Freiberg sights up the 3 and puts it away. Freiberg's 22nd 3 on the year, and then the steal inbounds.
He probably should have just dunked it. He was up there.
Long look, corner, will not go. Another rebound, Tom Freiberg. Quick outlet to Drew Freiberg. Freiberg off to the basket. And Freiberg in for an easy deuce. First of the night there for Drew Freiberg. Another steal. This time McNulty. He'll put it away if he can. McNulty be fouled going to the basket. You almost think if you're Mark Zerbe, you need a timeout here on this run, as McNulty will go to the line. The foul. He marked him against Ferguson. His first. So at the line is McNulty, and McNulty will put it away. McNulty on the season, a 65% free throw shooter. The team shoots 69% for the free throw line. On the other side, 69% also for Milton Hershey. These two teams will shoot the three. Milton Hershey with 139 threes for the year. On the other side, 118 for State College. As McNulty makes both, he's got 4 points.
Yeah, State College capitalized on a lot of those Milton Hershey misses. They had some easy bunnies they missed, and that's why this game's 11-4 right now.
7 unanswered right now by the Little Lions. Oh, tough pass. Turnover, almost. Not going to go. Carroll. Carroll gets contested. Back up. Another good stick. Not going to go. Clark. Now they're going to call Keaton Ellis for kind of a late foul there.
It was late. It was.
And that's a big call because that's a second foul with 3:48 to go here in the first quarter on Ellis. So do you take Ellis out?
Well, that actually went against Brandon Clark.
Oh, so they called Brandon Clark for it. They pointed at Ellis there for a moment, and I was thinking, what did he do?
Yeah.
Put away here by Pedro Rodriguez as he gets his first points of the night. Rodriguez, a 68% free throw shooter on the season. Misses this one. So he stops the bleeding there for the moment. There's Freiberg, and Freiberg a little rush that time. Ellis again, Ellis up, good. Keaton Ellis with his first deuce of the night. Timeout on the floor by Mark Zerbe. 13-5, the Little Lions jump out of the gate with 3:37 to go in the first on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
The Advanced Hoops training staff features Division I level instructors and coaches who have played professionally. Charlie Fortney's shooting instruction has proven transformational for players in South Central PA. Gerald Jarman takes players to the next level in his dribbling and crossover intensity classes. Archie Smith teaches intense speed and agility and is very motivational. 6'9" Duke McCamey is excellent at teaching young post player technical skills around the basket.
Over 30 years of Division I and professional experience. It doesn't get any better than that.
Allied Maintenance Systems of New Cumberland, servicing Central Pennsylvania since 1986. AMS specializes in facilities cleaning, floor restoration, including wood gymnasium floors. Their wood floor resurfacing can be seen locally in many public and private schools, health clubs, and churches. The service you expect, the quality you deserve. Allied Maintenance Systems. 13-5, State College leads it here in the first quarter. State College showing kind of a funky zone right now here, Todd.
Yeah, they're getting a lot of good movement out of it, but penetration there.
You get a good drive to the basket by Jaden Young. Maybe the story here so far in the early going has been Danye Baylor Carroll has not really seen the basketball. He's averaging 22.4 points a game as Young goes to the line. Let's check in with Grace Grill. Grace?
Yeah, Gary, I had a chance to sit in on that Milton Hershey huddle, and Coach Zerbe told his team, he said, look, everybody needs to be on board with the toughness. It can't just be two of you going after boards. Everybody needs to guard this team strong.
Jaden Young makes the first of two, misses the second. Ball out of bounds. It'll stay with the Spartans.
I don't know if we mentioned earlier, Keaton Ellis, a big, great defender, but cornerback, going to go play at Penn State University, committed already.
Pedro Rodriguez has it go right through his hands. You know, Baylor Carroll, one of those guys, by the way, that he might go along and you think, man, he's not in the game offensively, and all of a sudden they come in bunches with him.
He does, and he gets them easy. He gets them like around the basket. He gets to the basket. He picks up a steal.
Freiberg on the split. Freiberg not able to hit much of anything so far. Oh, there's Baylor Carroll. Long look downtown, will not go. Here's McNulty, watch out. And there's what McNulty does to you. He can elevate in a hurry. McNulty puts it away on the quick outlet. He's got 6 points. Another turnover. Tommy Freiberg, he'll get fouled going to the basket by Baylor Carroll. For Baylor Carroll, that'll be his first. So Freiberg going to the line. And this, you know, when you look at this State College team, Todd, they just look so mature. They just look like they're just so much within themselves when they play.
They have fun playing the game of basketball. They get after it. They can score. Everybody on the floor is a threat. 5 guys that are a threat on the floor at all times.
Tommy Freiberg with 4 points now in this one. Into the game comes Max Benner, another big guy. He's 6'4", but plays bigger than that. The thing that you really notice about the team is not so much their size inside, it's their size out at the guard spots and their quickness there. They're able to really make themselves long and lanky with you. That's 5 points. Timeout on the floor. 2:39 to go in the first. 11-point lead for State College on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
Did you know all electronics must be recycled? It's the law. But more importantly, it's the right thing to do.
At the Recycling Center, Dauphin County residents can recycle older broken TVs, computers, cell phones, laptops, major appliances, even paper.
The Recycling Center is conveniently located on Cameron Street in Harrisburg. It makes recycling fast, safe, and simple.
Stop by the Dauphin County Recycling Center today and help us recycle the right way.
Advanced Hoops and Team Pennsylvania, the premier AAU organization in Central PA, will be hosting AAU tryouts starting February 24th. Also, spring training for players that want to improve shooting with Charlie Fortney, post play with Duke, or point guard with Gerald Jarman. Register today at www.advancedhoops.com. Gary Sutton, Todd McCall, Grace Grill with you here, Chad Edwards and the whole Invicta crew as we are bringing you the Boys Mid-Penn Championship. And State College is keeping up the heat coming out of the timeout here. Grace, what do you have?
Well, Milton Hershey just has to stay with them. And they started out strong, but they have to remember that they have to keep those passes short. State College is too big down low to be having quick passes.
Well, they're in the middle of a 15-2 run right now, and Tommy Freiberg with 7 points here in the first half.
Yeah, if you miss those easy buckets like Milton Hershey's missing, State College makes you pay for it.
State College just plays so much within themselves. I mean, you just don't see them make mistakes. There's Freiberg wide open, doesn't get this one. He's been cold so far from the outside. Give credit to Milton Hershey. They're moving him off his spot in a hurry.
Yeah, they sure are.
Look how long they are out front, though. It's not so much the inside height, it's the height and quickness out front.
They like to mix it up with that zone.
There's what Carroll could do on you in a hurry. And Danye Baylor Carroll with his first tray of the night. He's got 3 points, closes it to 10. Steal by Carroll. And Ellis will get whistled for the foul, and for Ellis, that is his second foul now. As Brandon Clark getting ready to check in, and Ellis will probably go out here.
Yeah, they're bringing Brandon Clark back on. His father played football at Penn State in 1979. Brandon also a preferred walk-on, so he'll be playing next couple years at Penn State along with Keaton Ellis. So recruiting right in your backyard.
Cam Villarreal.
Now this zone extends and it's big. And they run out of this zone. That's the other thing they do, Gary. They run out of that zone.
Well, that's the nice thing. The zone can set that up for you and let you release people out there. Now the throwaway, and if you're Milton Hershey, can you catch up to it?
Well, it actually hit off State College hands.
So it's going to be Milton Hershey ball. Milton Hershey beating arch rival Hershey to get to this one tonight. 6 turnovers against State College here. A little out of character for them. Inside move, will not go. Baylor Carroll can't get it. Drew Freiberg with the rebound. Freiberg ahead to Clark. Clark up and in.
They make it look easy, don't they? They gather themselves and they finish.
They run out of everything, but it's a controlled run. It's never out of control.
They run the floor, they spread the floor well, and they don't do anything out of character. They're like, we're going to get a bucket. It's going to be 5 foot away in our run.
They're making people other than Baylor Carroll shoot the basketball right now. Watch Freiberg. Freiberg going hard to the basket. Freiberg on top of his own rebound, takes it away. Freiberg again, and he'll finally get fouled.
He rebound here down the defensive end, took it coast to coast. He got 2 rebounds on the offensive end. 3 rebounds within a few seconds.
Thought he was going to run out in the hall and sell a hot dog before he got back to the foul line. 2 fouls now on Ferguson at the line. Freiberg. Freiberg for the season from the free throw line.
You know, the State
84%.
The State College team has a vision that's beyond even a Mid-Penn Conference championship. They have a vision of state gold, and they believe they can get it, and they believe they have what it takes.
You know what they remind you of a little bit? They remind you of kind of a Philly League team, a Catholic League team.
They do. They have that size, they have that effort, and they have shooters.
And we haven't even seen them open up from the outside yet like they can.
I think the only place they probably lack a little bit is really their inside size. But, you know, they're big at every position. So
3-2, they move so well in this zone.
You get Baylor Carroll wide open, buries it. They're going to need a lot of that here. Baylor Carroll with his second three. He's got 6. 10 seconds left. 22-12. State College leads it. Here's Tommy Freiberg with the basketball. Wide open look. Downtown it goes. Another bucket. And there it is. Beautiful swing shot by Cam Villarreal. And it's 25-12 here at the end of the first quarter. Let's head over to Grace Grill.
Thanks, Gary. Well, it's the Mid-Penn Championship, so you know this guy is in the building. I'm here with Big Star, Raw Sports. Tell our audience a little bit what you do.
Raw Sports Films is a sports film, sports movement where I produce sports documentaries, promote athletes all across the country. I try to, one thing I pride myself in is trying to connect all audiences and all ages. I have a section on the website, rawsports.tv, where I collect archives. I'm like the Fred Sanford of sports archives. Nothing but old games in that section. I produce sports documentaries. I'm working on a Wilt Chamberlain story right now. And I like to just get out here with the people. Just like to have fun with the people, you know.
All right, and say it one more time for where people can check out your stuff.
Rawsports.tv is the website. On social media, make sure you follow me at Raw Sports Films on Instagram, on Twitter, Big Star Raw Sport, so you can find me.
All right, Gary, Big Star, back to you.
And trivia question, Todd McCall. What was the high school that Wilt Chamberlain went to?
Oh,
in
man.
Philadelphia.
Roman Catholic.
I'm not even sure it's still around anymore. Overbrook High School.
Overbrook, okay.
Overbrook High School. Well, it wouldn't have been a need in those days if they'd have been playing in the state championships.
Yeah.
You'd have seen Wilt Chamberlain showing up in the state championship game.
Right.
Wilt Chamberlain, who changed the game. I mean, they had
really
to change the rules because of him.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't remember, his first year in the NBA, he averaged 50 points a game. Averaged. And, of course, the most famous points he ever put down were not too far from here at Hershey Park Arena when he scored 100 against the New York Knicks. We get ready to start quarter number 2 here on High School Sports Live TV in the Boys Mid-Penn Championships. 25-12 as Cam Villarreal nailed that 3 to end the quarter. So State College up by 13 starting quarter number 2. You're feeling bad about that Overbrook thing, aren't you?
I am. I do remember that now that you said it.
I didn't mean to tear apart your self-esteem there. I really didn't. I'm going to feel bad the rest of the night.
I'm glad that you.
Because you very seldom ever miss anything.
Oh, well, I appreciate your comment.
Tells you how old I am, right?
Man, that's a nice little trivia question.
Well, and when he first came out of Kansas, Wilt Chamberlain played for the Harlem Globetrotters.
Yeah.
Then went to the Philadelphia 76ers.
Who, if you're a Philadelphia 76ers fan, they're vying for a playoff spot. That'd be nice to see the Sixers get back in the NBA playoffs.
Isn't that the truth? Here we are, the Boys Mid-Penn Championship, and Milton Hershey trying to find a way to get back into this one. This zone that they're playing right now is really mixing people up, except this guy, who's now got 3 threes. And we said, can he get things going in a hurry? Is Danye Baylor Carroll.
Yeah, it's a 3-2. It's an active 3-2. And Baylor Carroll has found 3 holes, and he's nailed 3 shots from 19-9 on it. And that's what's keeping Milton Hershey in the game.
You look at Baylor Carroll's eyes, man. You can just tell he's kind of into it.
He really is.
He's saying, I got it going right now. Just give me the ball.
It seems like we called his name so many times for so long, for 4 years.
Drew Freiberg, only 3 points in this one so far, a little surprising, but he hasn't had to do a whole lot so far. Now you're going to get a jump ball, and the ball belongs to State College on the jump ball. So Milton Hershey coming out a little feisty here to start quarter number 2. Let's check in with Grace Grill. Grace?
Yeah, you got to love the spirit of Milton Hershey. I mean, coming down and then still working their way back up. I had a chance to see him at the semifinal game, and this is exactly what they do. They're down, and they never give up, and they work themselves back in.
There you see it again, getting the steal on the baseline as Grace was talking, and then slithering down the lane here. Look at Baylor Carroll, the change of pace.
Yeah, great change of pace move. His eyes were looking around the floor. If you're a defender, you don't know where he's going to go with it. He's crafty.
Foul against Johnny Freiberg in there.
He's making a little run himself right now. Baylor Carroll.
Yeah, Baylor Carroll put the team on his shoulders here, and we said that's what he does. He fills it up in a hurry. He's got 10 points now here in the first half, just like that. Misses the second one, but rebound to Milton Hershey.
Young came in and slid in there. Jaden Young did all. They threw it away.
Then the takeaway. Watch Keaton Ellis. And Baylor Carroll takes it back from him. Watch this. Baylor Carroll. Strong move to the basket, will be fouled by Clark.
Well, he's got a heart of the lion. I mean, he's just not afraid. Baylor Carroll's tough, strong.
Todd, take us through this explosion off the steal, because he takes it up to the rack.
It's just unbelievable. When he gets off the floor very well, he's so quick. He accelerates. He stops and goes better than anyone I've seen in a long time in this game. He's got that pause, and then his go is explosive. And I know it surprised State College early on.
Baylor Carroll, an 80% free throw shooter, misses.
He's missed his last two.
1 out of 3 so far, which is unusual. So he'll get another one here. Second one up, that'll be good. Carroll with 11 points in the first half. Lead cut to 8.
Single digits. That's where you want to be if you're Milton Hershey.
5 unanswered to start the quarter here. Another takeaway by Carroll. He gets pushed behind by Ellis, and I think for Ellis, that's number 3. Joe Walker's going to have to probably yank him here, I think.
And it's going to be a technical foul. It's going to go against Ferguson. Ferguson came over.
Wow.
And Rodriguez was trying to tell Ferguson everything's okay. Ferguson come in and got a technical.
Well, and what's really interesting is Ferguson's going to pick up his 3rd foul in the technical. So a big exchange here. Now look, there's the push from Ellis as he hovered over top. You saw something was said there by Max Benner, and then over came Ferguson to cover his teammate. I think a second technical foul just got assessed.
There was another.
I think that was on Mark Zerby. I'm not sure. We're going to see what happens here.
No, they called this one on State College.
And I think that was against Benner.
They called Max Benner for a technical now.
So you and I are about the only ones that haven't been hit with a technical yet in this one. So let's see how this all shakes out. Better making up with the official now. You don't want calls coming against you later on, so you better make them your friend right now.
And Benner did. He went over and tapped the ref on the back piece.
Oh, yeah. There you see Joe Walker, and he's not terribly happy about this whole series of events here. What an outstanding coach he is.
Yeah, he's done a great job with the State College basketball team.
Defending Mid-Penn champions back here again this year. It's tough to do in the Commonwealth, and then you go undefeated. Literally with the same team you had last year. Look at him. He's making his case. So here's Baylor Carroll. And has not been good at the line tonight so far, so he misses the one shot. State College gets it back. 25-17, and we're back to where we started here. 3 of 8 for the free throw line from Milton Hershey so far, and that has cost him. Tommy Freiberg. Freiberg trying to maybe do a little too much. They're going to call a foul. Jaden Young picks up the foul. That'll be his first. So, no shot. Ball will be inbounded here. Here comes Tommy Freiberg with it. Then Drew Freiberg. Say Freiberg around here, a pretty good chance you're going to get somebody out there.
That's right.
Drew Freiberg up and in. A tough bucket. His 5th point of the night. Watch Freiberg here. Tough move up. Freiberg goes up, and for Ferguson, I've got him at 4 fouls, and Freiberg finishes off the play. 6 points now for Drew Freiberg, and restores a little order back to 11 points.
Back to that 3-2 zone.
Baylor Carroll, he's in that mode.
Man, that's
he's
4.
knocking it down.
4 from out there.
14 points from Baylor Carroll. Here goes Freiberg. Back on the other end, tipped away. State College controls it.
8-point game.
McNulty, long look downtown, not going to go. Over the top, go. Benner's got it. Benner back up, blocked away by Rodriguez. Benner again, no good. Milton Hershey fights it off. Out it comes. What a pass. Pass to Baylor Carroll. as he found Pedro Rodriguez running down the near sideline. A beautiful bounce pass and the foul called against Johnny Freiberg, his second. Look at this. Watch this pass.
Great pass. And he did that because of his shifty footwork. And he makes a great pass. They always have a heartbeat. Milton Hershey's never, ever out of a game. There's always a heartbeat because of hustle plays.
And that's Mark Zerbe's coaching, too. These guys play hard. Here's Pedro Rodriguez at the line. Rodriguez first shot up, good. Rodriguez 2 out of 3 there so far tonight. Rodriguez a 68% free throw shooter. Timeout, Milton Hershey, 5:16 to go in quarter 2. They've cut it to 7. On High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
Groff Tractor is your full-line equipment dealer representing Case Construction and many other leading brands, serving the total sales, rental, parts, and service needs of its customers. Groff Tractor paves the way for your projects from start to finish. With 11 locations, Groff Tractor is always close by your equipment needs. Groff also offers 24/7 field service. Groff Tractor is your #1 source for everything under construction.
High School Sports Live is proud to partner with Mazzitti & Sullivan, a provider of substance use and mental health counseling services for teens and adults at 4 convenient locations across central Pennsylvania since 1983. Visit them at MazzittieandSullivan.com or call 1-800-809-2925. Mazzitti & Sullivan, we listen, we help. At the free throw line now, Rodriguez trying to make the second of 2. Cut the lead to 6 points if he can. And second one up and good. So Rodriguez pulls them back to 6 points. Carrington Smith into the game now for Milton Hershey, guarding Freiberg. They're double teaming through Freiberg every time he gets the basketball.
And that's a great thing to do. I mean, he handles the ball well, but you know what? He's an easy target in a double, especially these quick hands that Milton Hershey has.
Vetter was looking for McNulty. Had it tapped away, and Milton Hershey's got it again. Another turnover here for State College. The Little Lions having a tough time against that Milton Hershey pressure.
I think Milton Hershey likes the fact that they're seeing zone.
Good Rodriguez. Can't get it to go. Yanked down by McNulty. 10 turnovers in the first half against State College. Then taken back by Rodriguez, who never said die.
Somebody woke up the little giant. Somebody woke him up, and he's not going to go back to sleep now.
5 points by Freiberg. The push by Tommy Freiberg on the screen against Carrington Smith. Tommy Freiberg with a foul.
It was an emotional play. He lifted his arm, and he jacked him with the forearm, and he got caught on it. Milton Hershey wanted a technical to be caught on it.
A little out of character right now at State College, and they just are not. Watch this. You saw Tommy Freiberg pushing right through on Carrington Smith. Tommy Freiberg gets the foul called. Now, good defense there by Freiberg coming back. And the foul against Baylor Carroll.
You can't, there is that call. That's going to be a technical foul on Freiberg. You can't go power dunk it like that after the whistle's been blown. It's plays that you haven't seen State College make before.
They don't lose their cool like this. They're a team that you're pretty sure when you watch it come out, they open up the briefcase, they say let's go to work, they close it up, they walk out.
You're right. Normally it's just like Germans. They just come in, they do their job. They got called for that technical foul.
Now Baylor Carroll gets his second. So Freiberg, Tommy Freiberg, will walk to the free throw line. He's 2 out of 2 there tonight. He's got 7 points. Make it 3 out of 3. He'll get another one. Nudge his team back up to a 4-point lead. Make it 5 here. And now we're going to stroll to the other end. And you're going to see Baylor Carroll shoot 2 down here, I believe. 14 points in the game for him. And he has not been good at the free throw line today. He's missed 3 of his last 4. Looks like he's not lifting a whole lot on this, Todd. He's kind of flinging it.
Yeah, he is. He's
lifted that one. So 15 in the first half now for Baylor Carroll, and they get possession of the basketball off the technical.
Yeah, down 4 with possession of the basketball, 4:20 to go here in the half.
It was 25-12 at the end of the first quarter, and They have fought back here. Don't forget our Jack T and Valvo Family of Dealerships halftime report coming up. We have our Pizza Hut halftime highlights, Highmark halftime stats, and Grace Grill's got a big interview coming up as well. Big possession. Oh, and a block inside. Carrington Smith gets it back again. And another foul call. This one might be against McNulty. Instead, it will be against Villarreal, who picks up his first. So at the line, Carrington Smith.
Yeah, Villarreal comes in there and kind of picks up one of those fouls, those frustration fouls, after the ball was already rebounded.
And the free throw line, not terribly good so far tonight to Milton Hershey. As Carrington Smith, only a 50% free throw shooter as it is, makes 1 out of 2.
3-point game here. State College ball, they need a good possession.
And here's Freiberg. He's been frustrated, I think, through the first half for the most part.
I wonder if Freiberg having to bring the ball up so much tonight, that doesn't affect him a little bit offensively. I mean, he's had to be a workhorse to get the ball up against the pressure that Milton Hershey provides.
Great point with Ellis on the bench with 3 fouls right now in trouble. Freiberg now becomes the ball handler. So he decides to take it unto himself there. Freiberg up and good. Drew Freiberg, who's heading off to Princeton next season to play. He's college basketball. 7 points in this one so far. And you know, when you watch a Freiberg play, he's a rhythm player. So if he's forced to play out of rhythm, you're going to see some changes there. Baylor Carroll. Back to Rodriguez. Rodriguez, a blue-collar kind of guy. Look at this.
He gets to the basket.
Baylor Carroll again. Not going to go this time. But there again, on the boards, hard. Will not go from Naheem Cross. The State College turns away Milton Hershey that time with 3:24 to play. Here's Freiberg. And Freiberg's going to get fouled by Smith.
They're going to signal Smith for a reach-in. Milton Hershey fans don't like it.
Hey, Carrington Smith has given away like 3-4 inches against Freiberg here.
Yeah. And that's, he's putting a lot of pressure on him, though. He's doing a good job keeping him chest to chest, but, you know, he picks up a foul there.
And Freiberg's leaning on him. Freiberg's using leverage
a little
against him.
bit.
Yeah.
He knows he has that size advantage, Freiberg does.
But it's not just size, but it's also a little bit of the girth advantage there.
Yeah.
In the strength. He's leaning on Smith and taking advantage of the size and the momentum. 6 points this quarter for Freiberg. Make it 7 now, and he's got 10 in the game. The average is 19 for the season. Milton Hershey needs something here. Long look downtown. How about that something? Nathaniel Van Wozen into the game with a big 3 here to cut it back to a 4-point lead with 3 minutes to play in the first half.
He hadn't played the whole game, steps in and wasn't afraid to take a big open shot.
Freiberg, look out. Freiberg normally will hit that shot. He is not hitting it all tonight.
He rushed out a bit.
Hard move to the basket, will not go, but a foul is called.
Jaden Young is another one that you got to be watching out. He's shifty, he's quick, he's lightning, he's hard to pick up. I feel like those two guys are hard for State College to pick up in the open floor because of their size. They can't find them. These big tree toppers are losing track of where the ball is a little bit tonight.
Well, Jaden Young is a guy who just kind of wormed his way down the lane that time, and he's going to miss. That's his second miss in a row. He's 1 out of 3 for the free throw line so far. Free throw line has been the undoing so far tonight.
Yeah.
State College 10 out of 11. On the other side, I think 7 of 15 here for Milton Hershey, and they missed yet another one, make it 7 of 16. So if they would lose this game, Mark Zerbe needs to go no further than the free throw shooting numbers.
He'll go to that in the halftime anyway. He'll talk to him and say it's the halftime.
Inside move, putting it down is Ryan McNulty. McNulty with 8 points in the game, and he'll head back to the line as the foul against Jaden Young will be his second. So McNulty heads to the line. So far tonight for the free throw line, McNulty 2 out of 2. Back comes Rodriguez. You know, Rodriguez ought to be wearing like a blue hard hat the way he plays.
The way he gets after it, the way he plays, he hustles. A lot of hustles. Missed some bunnies tonight.
McNulty misses the three-point effort there with the missed shot. Baylor Carroll, look at this. What a shot by Baylor Carroll coming down lane. How did he get that off?
I looked at Jim Gallagher. We don't know.
17 points in the first half now for Baylor Carroll.
He's a warrior, I tell you.
The first quarter, he's wandering along there. We said nothing, and then all of a sudden, 17 points. Freiberg way downtown, not going to go. Rodriguez with the rebound. And a foul called in the backcourt.
McNulty, they get him for a reach in.
So McNulty picks up his first foul of the night, and we walk all the way down to this end for the double bonus.
He didn't like the call. I mean, obviously, no one likes a call that goes against him. I mean, I can understand that.
If you wanted to get Baylor Carroll to a place tonight where he hasn't been that comfortable, this would be the place. Let's see if he can turn it around. And there's your lift, and there's your score. With Baylor Carroll, if you're hoping he's going to miss like that all night, you're wishing for borrowed time.
Yeah. It was rarity to see him miss as many free throws early on.
Has 18 points, now 19.
19 of the 34 points by number 2. Warrior type game.
He's closed it within 2 points now. Remember, it's 25-12 at the end of the first quarter. What a 22-9 run here. Another takeaway. They've got State College a little flustered. Baylor Carroll, he's hot. Look out. Not going to go here. Rodriguez fights his way up again. Not going to go. Yanked down by Villarreal.
Jump ball goes back to Milton Hershey. They got that one back. Hustle plays, little things like that to keep them in the game. 2-point game, 127.5. This is great.
They gave out a hard work award tonight. Rodriguez would have it. I think having Ellis out of there right now has really hurt State College a lot.
It is, because I really believe that he gives Freiberg a spell.
Great pass along the baseline, and Ferguson takes it off Rodriguez's pass. Tied up here. Milton Hershey's come all the way back. Freiberg wide open, buries it. Drew Freiberg restores a little bit of order.
It's a different looking State College team.
12 points for Freiberg now.
It's rare do you see this team a bit rattled. They were a bit rattled there on that run.
Under a minute to play, and there you go again across the baseline. This time not going to go. It's going to stay with Milton Hershey. They're getting penetration down the middle, and they're finding the people slashing on the baseline here. Long look downtown, will not go, and the foul will be called against Natnell Wozen. So we walk to the other end where it's a double bonus down there, and the guy that's heading to that free throw line is Mr. Freiberg. 6 out of 7 there so far tonight. Has 12 points in the game, looking for number 13 on this trip.
He usually makes it look very easy from the foul line.
You know, the thing I like about him, his stroke is so economical. There's no wasted motion anywhere in it. Josh Parra in for his first time this evening for Milton Hershey. You almost feel like with Freiberg, just give him the 2, don't waste the time and go to the other end.
That's pretty much the way it is.
As he missed his last free throw, 7 in a row. Missed by Milton Hershey, quickly out to Freiberg again. Freiberg, hard move to the basket. Look at him look everything over and then lay it in. Baylor Carroll hunting the shot, can't find it. Ten seconds to go. Looking for the screen. Baylor Carroll pulls it up. Long look downtown. Will not go again. Rodriguez tries to get it off his hands out of bounds. It'll belong to State College. They lead by 6, 5.1 seconds to go right here. Tommy Freiberg to Drew Freiberg. Pulls it up. He's got a good look at it. Will not go. 42-36. We're at the half. We're going to take a break. We're going to come right back. Grace Grill will be checking in with a very special interview here at the half on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
These past few years have been tough on all of us. You worry about the economy, your job, your savings. You may even have given up on your dream of owning your own home. But don't give up just yet. We're PHFA. We help people realize their dreams of owning their own home with features like competitive interest rates, down payment and closing cost assistance, and even free home ownership counseling. PHFA can make your dream of home ownership finally come true. Find us on the web or call us to find out how.
I'm Brian Hudson, and we're PHFA. Welcome home.
Living proof of the difference you can make when you're all for health. Highmark Blue Shield.
For all those pokers, prodders, shuckers, and sniffers, All Giant Produce is triple checked. Farm, crate, and store. We're focusing on fresh, so you don't have to guess. My Giant. Save big on all of your game day favorites. Only at Giant, a proud sponsor of High School Sports Live.
HoffmanFord.com, turning the World Wide Web into the World Wide Wow. Find the newer pre-owned Ford you want right now from your computer. Shop online 24/7, 365. And our exclusive inventories updated daily. With hundreds of new and used vehicles, you're sure to find the one that clicks. Hoffman Ford, Harrisburg's premium Ford dealer for 60 years. Click on or come by.
Welcome back to Central Dauphin High School and our Jack T. and Balbo Family of Dealerships halftime report. And let's go on over to Grace Grill. She's got a special interview lined up with Team PA Supernatural boys coaches Gerald Jarman and Craig Peters. Grace?
Thanks, Gary. Yes, I'm with Craig Peters and Gerald Jarman, both Advanced Hoops AAU coaches for Team PA Supernatural. Craig, I'll start with you. You coached the 15 boys, and they had great success last season. You guys won the Gym Rat New York Albany tournament. Talk about the emphasis that Team PA Supernatural puts on helping kids get college scholarships.
Yeah, there's really a few things. First is recruiting the right kids. Right kids come in with the right attitude. Secondly is when we get them in the gym, make sure we're repping the fundamentals so that when we take them out to the exposure tournaments like a Gym Rat, like a AC Live, or like a Fab 48 in Las Vegas, that they can show their wares without hesitation, show what they have, show the college coaches what they have, and then after that we advocate to the college coaches that they're good kids, that they can come to their program and help their program.
All right, now, Gerald, you had success, too. Your team went to the invitation-only Fab 48 showcase and went 2 for 2 against the top 100 teams in the country. Talk to me a little bit about how players can get involved with your program.
Well, we have tryouts on Saturday, March 3rd at 5:30 for the 17U group. So any kid in the area wants to come out and showcase their skills, we'll be there to evaluate them.
And lastly, if they don't make the Team PA Supernatural, is there another option for those kids?
Yeah, definitely. We have obviously the showcase, but then there's also opportunities to play at a high level with an A team, and then we also have a third team as well. So there's plenty of spots for kids who want to play basketball.
All right, guys, that is Advanced Hoops Team PA Supernatural head coaches Craig Peterson and Gerald Jarman. Gary, back to you.
Thank you so much, Grace. Great interview here at the half. We'll take a break. We'll come back with our guest commentator here at halftime, the founder of the feast, we call him, Charlie Fortney, all here on High School Sports Live TV as our Jack T. and Balbo Family of Dealerships halftime report continues right after this.
Today's professional skill tip will involve using one-handed shooting to bring balance and stability to the shot. I teach young players to balance the ball in one hand, in close, to establish a squared-up foundation when shooting. The one-hand shooting further out forces the player to stay square, reinforcing balance and lift on the shot. This one-handed emphasis will only help with leg power and the ball rolling off the one hand, developing more control and overall shot balance.
The one-handed shooting is the fundamental tool I use to develop advanced shooters.
Hit the road with
Jack. Hit the road with the Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 8 great franchises in 3 locations. Buick, GMC, Hyundai, Mazda, and Stettler Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. A Giambalvo family dealership. Over $20 million in new and pre-owned inventory with unbeatable service after the sale, too. There's a reason the Giambalvo family's been a part of your community for decades. Hit the road with Jack and find out why. The Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships. 3 great locations. Online at Giambalvo.com.
Hi, sweetheart.
Hey, you two. It's dinner time.
When Marcus and Michelle were starting their family, they came to the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency for their home loan. We're proud we could help Marcus, Michelle, and Mia. If you're looking for an affordable home loan or refinancing option, give us a call. We offer down payment and closing cost assistance, too. Call us weekdays 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. or check our website. We're the Pennsylvania Housing Finance Agency. We help homeownership dreams come true.
I am anything I want to be.
I am one of the faces of Commonwealth Charter Academy.
I go to school online, tuition free.
I learn best at my own pace.
My own pace.
I see school differently. I learn from anywhere.
From anywhere. I'm an artist.
I'm a musician.
I am an athlete. I am anything I want to be. And I won't stop learning. I am CCA.
Join me today at ccaeducate.me.
At Pizza Hut, our original pan dough rises fresh every day, making it crispy on the outside, soft and chewy on the inside. And now you can get our original pan as part of the $6.99 any deal. That's 2 medium pizzas with any toppings, any crust, any specialty for just $6.99 each. Only at Pizza Hut.
Welcome back to our Jack Giambalvo family of dealerships halftime report. It's 42-36 at the half here. State College, the defending Mid-Penn champion, leading the Mid-Penn champion who kind of jumped on the map 2 years ago, Milton Hershey. Charlie Fortney here with us at the half from Advanced Hoops. And Charlie, an entertaining first half. It looked like State College was leaving the building. Milton Hershey showed the grit and determination we've come to expect of a Mark Zerbe coach team.
I'm going to be honest. I've been here all night. We set up. You know, we've been getting the broadcast going here. And I actually went out for a Chick-fil-A sandwich, some chips, and a soda. And literally, after having that, circle back in the gym, and it was 28-25. Hey, sorry, guys. But, boy, that was good to see. And coming back in, what I couldn't help but remember is what Milton Hershey did here a few years back. Same gym, same facility against Harrisburg. They won this game in a big way, and there were 500 Milton Hershey students here. They're here tonight. Just the support that these kids get, the grit. You can't count them out, and I don't think you can count them out in the second half. I mean, this State College 6A team will compete for the state championship this year. If you're sitting at home and you really don't follow basketball, but you just kind of tuned in, the team they're playing is as good as it gets in 6A, and they could win the state championship. And Milton Hershey enrollment of, I think, what is it, AAA as they go to the playoffs or whatever, fighting in this game. Hats off to those kids playing with heart, and hats off to Coach Zerbe, because he not only coaches them well, he instills a fire in these kids. And I think you saw the way he just even asked the refs for an explanation on every situation. He just is trying to do everything he can to help his team.
And of course, you said Joe Walker with his State College team here, the whole team back from last year, absolutely mature, not having their greatest half, and still put 42 points on the board. Both these teams can put it up in a hurry, with Milton Hershey averaging 79 a game, State College was 73. Let's take a look here at our Pizza Hut halftime highlights right now. And it was like a highlight film offensively here in the first half, Charlie. As you take a look here, it started out getting inside to Ryan McNulty, and McNulty shows you I can get up to people in a hurry.
Yeah, they're strong.
Look at Carroll with a pass straight ahead, and then in nicely is Ferguson for 2 points. And then Clark, he was kind of quiet most of the first half, but he got a good stick back right here. And then outside it comes, offensive rebound inside, and putting it away is Naeem Cross. And then again, it's Rodriguez putting it back at Tommy. Freiberg started out hot. Freiberg buries a long three. And quickly on the break, here comes Drew Freiberg with the lay-in. He had 19 in the first half, 13 in the second quarter. Then Freiberg outlets it again. McNulty does it with a kind of a high percentage shot there in the put-away. But Baylor Carroll got it going. He had 4 threes, 18 points the first half. Then Clark again answers the bell on the outlet. Once again, it's Baylor Carroll says, I know what to do with this when I get going. I'm hot. And there you see our stats here at the half, our Highmark halftime stats, 42-36. Look at the free throw, though.
Wow.
19 out of 9, 9 out of 19 for Milton Hershey, 14-16 for State College. There's a big one. And then the turnovers, 12 for State College, only 5 for Milton Hershey. 5 out of 12 for Milton Hershey in threes, 2 out of 9 for State College. They normally are better than that. Thanks to Charlie Forty for stopping by here. And that concludes our Jack D. and Valvo Family of Dealerships halftime report as Todd McCall will scoot back in here, and we'll get ready to get this second half underway. Todd with a little break out there, and now we get our breath back, and we get to go at it again, Todd.
Yep, State College with the ball. You know, a big possession for them, and considering that Milton Hershey found a little secret to that defense. They're penetrating against that 3-2 zone, and they got themselves back in the game because Danya Baylor Carroll started hitting some big shots.
Baylor Carroll with 18 in the first half. Freiburg with 19. The Stars are out to shine here tonight. McNulty will yank down. Not a real good shot there for Milton Hershey at all.
No, it's not one you want. It was kind of a forced runner.
Long look by Freiburg. He has not been good from the outside tonight so far.
That's rare. The last time we saw him play, he had everything.
Yep. Here's Baylor Carroll. Long look, will not go. And outside of Baylor Carroll, the outside shooting for Milton Hershey has been pretty suspect here in the game so far.
I might, from a coaching perspective, I might say, hey guys,
One guy here that shoots the three right now, and that's Baylor Carroll.
Two shoots the three, everybody else 5 foot away.
Ellis back in there. He's carrying 3 fouls worth of baggage. Freiburg pulls up. Hey, Freiburg is working hard for every bucket he's getting right now. He's got 21 on this one.
Well, Keaton Ellis, who had 3 fouls, the junior, the football recruit of Penn State, has come back in. And now he's got the duty of bringing the ball up, and that's going to allow Freiburg to get in his offensive rhythm. When he's in rhythm, he's dangerous.
Keaton Ellis is all over Baylor Carroll. Here's Rodriguez. Again, outside shooting, and then the first miss is like a fast break pass.
And Naughty comes flying out of nowhere like he does. And
Baylor Carroll challenges it. Baylor Carroll finishes it.
The warrior, he's just a warrior spirit. There's just something in that kid, to fight in that guy, I tell you.
20 points now for Danye Baylor Carroll. He was one of the 2 in that tandem 2 years ago. Came in here and stunned everybody when they knocked out Harrisburg High.
Yeah, you're right that they just had amazing guard play a couple years ago from their victory when they won the gold.
There you see Mark Zerbe. He's built a heck of a program over there at Milton Hershey. Got a 1-2-2 trap again. Carroll with a tough pass. He was looking for Rodriguez along the baseline.
Little hard, little strong. Remember, you can't keep giving the ball back to State College. You got to capitalize.
So with the basketball now is Keaton Ellis. He's coming down the court. 3 fouls for Ellis. McNulty looking inside to Freiburg, posted up there for a moment on Ferguson. Great backdoor by Tommy Freiburg, and Drew Freiburg finds him.
Yeah, everybody was standing around defensively in State College backdoor.
Timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well. 8-point lead for State College. 5:46 to play in the third on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
For all those pokers, prodders, shuckers, and sniffers, All Giant Produce is triple checked. Farm, crate, and store. We're focusing on fresh, so you don't have to guess.
My Giant. Save big on all of your game day favorites. Only at Giant, a proud sponsor of High School Sports Live.
Having back pain? Get a free copy of our book, Back to Normal, at maddenpt.com/free book. Madden Physical Therapy, the results you want, the care you deserve. Gary Sutton, Todd McCall, Grace Grill here with us. And let's go over to Grace Grill right now on the far baseline. Grace?
I was just in that Milton Hershey huddle, and Coach Zerbe told his guys, he said, look, we need to step up the defense. We went 1 for 4 in turnovers. We just turned the ball over 3 times, and that can't happen against this team.
Right now, in the middle of a run, and Grace was just talking about that, a 10-2 run for State College's 1:15 mark of the second quarter. So Milton Hershey has lost a little bit of that rhythm they had going on there.
Yeah, they have. They've missed some again. They forced some threes, but they get a layup here.
Beat it with a pass, and they got it down to Rodriguez running the court, and Rodriguez now with 9 points. But the answer very quickly on the other end.
Yeah, they didn't get back on the other end.
Rodriguez has it blocked by McNulty, then put back up and in by Baylor Carroll, who's now got 22 points.
Well, they're just hanging around. They're hanging around 6-point game. You can't knock this team out, this Milton Hershey team. State Colleges, I know that it's a bit frustrating for them.
Going to go to work with Clark now. McNulty misses a shot. Clark's going to get it back. Freiberg, extra pass to Tommy Freiberg, pull up. Freiberg misses it. Another rebound. Ellis up. Blocked away, but it's going to be a foul called. I believe it's going to be on Ferguson.
Yeah, backside Ferguson came in, hit the arm of Ellis, and Ellis is going to shoot too.
So Ellis with Ferguson with a foul, and you'll see the miss by Freiberg. Keaton Ellis with a good foul, with a good rebound rather, and gets fouled from behind by Ferguson.
Kind of chopped down foul.
So Ellis heads to the line here. Only with 2 points tonight. Not a particularly good look there. Ellis on the season, 74% free throw shooter. When you've been sitting a long time in the first half, sometimes it's tough to get your rhythm back.
It is. He sit the whole end of the first quarter, whole second quarter.
There I got a little rust off and knocks the second one down. So a 7-point lead now for State College.
You don't want to give your dribble up with that trap coming.
Baylor Carroll, a little shake and bake. Wow. What a shot. Baylor Carroll, I don't know how he got that off, Todd.
He just creates so many great shots. A big old high runner over the big trees. That's because he's been doing it so many times. He's played in championship games before. Experience.
24 points for the 5'8" senior guard. Danye Baylor Carroll having another outstanding game. 2 points over his season average already. There's McNulty, hard move, not going to go. Taken out of there by Milton Hershey. Ferguson's got it. Ferguson trying to control it. Finally does. Trapped in the corner. Underneath it goes. Up, in. Good job of finding the open man. It was Josh Parra with his first 2 points of the night, and they're back to 3. Milton Hershey.
Wow. High flyers right now. Josh Parra coming back in the game at 6'3", goes up to try to block a shot. Guys leaping and flying everywhere tonight. Oh, like Superman a little bit, right?
So Parra will pick up his foul to be his first.
You got to be under control when you're going for that block, though. That's going to be a foul call every time when you're out of control like that.
Oh, and Ferguson fouls Freiberg. Nice little exchange there, sportsmanship-wise, afterward.
Yeah, I don't know. Ferguson got his hands in there, and that looked like a good defensive play.
So here's Freiberg back at the line, and Freiberg up and good. We've said that a few dozen times tonight.
Yeah.
Look at this. This looks like a pretty good play. Wow.
Man.
Not sure that's a foul. I mean, it is tonight. If I was a coach, I might have been a little disappointed on that one.
I would agree.
21 points now in the game for Drew Freiberg. Baylor Carroll.
Oh, my goodness.
Unbelievable. Might be the play of the night.
It's kind of a hang time thing, too, that he has. He hangs in the air, floats in the air, and it makes him a lot bigger. Plus, he comes off the floor an amazing amount. The kid is just a strong, strong player.
26 points in this one. Danye Baylor Carroll goes to the line and nails it.
He's matching Drew Freiberg point for point.
Got 9 points this quarter so far. Has pulled his team back within 2. What a game he's having. 27 points. There's Ellis. Ellis has it knocked away. Bruce Clark. Up and in.
Wow. He held on to it.
Rodriguez trying to go up among 3. Not going to happen. I said Bruce Clark. I meant Brandon. Bruce did play football at Penn State. Brandon Clark keeps it alive. Long one downtown. Not going to go from Freiberg. He's still cold. It'll go off. Out of bounds off State College. Belongs to Milton Hershey. They're down by 4. Carrington Smith will check back in. And Rodriguez will get a break. And we'll get a timeout on the floor. 3:13 to go in the third quarter. 53-49 for the Mid-Penn Boys Championship at State College leading on High School Sports Live TV at ABC 27.
What were you thinking, Chuck?
you're not 18 anymore.
Is my leg supposed to bend like that?
6 months on the heating pad. I hope it was worth it.
I wonder if cartilage grows back.
Yep, that's gonna break right in half.
This looks so easy on TV.
Interested in playing collegiate basketball? Looking for an opportunity to showcase your skills in front of college coaches? Team Pennsylvania, the top AAU showcase program in the area, will be holding tryouts starting February 24th and 25th weekend, and 10th and 11th boys on March 3rd. Register today at www.advancedhoops.com. Gary Sutton, Todd McCall with you, and Grace Grill. Grace, what do you have?
Gary, I was down in the state college huddle, and Coach looked at his team and said, guys, one man is beating us right now. He said, we cannot let him penetrate the paint. That would be
Danye Barry Carroll, or Baylor Carroll. Barry Carroll was a guy who played out of Golden State some years ago. 27 points. We got 3:13 to play in the third here. He's having an epic night.
But that's a tough task to keep two out of the paint. I mean, for anybody.
He's made a couple acrobatic shots here that are amazing. McNulty's going to get called for the foul. As posting him up was Rodriguez. So McNulty picks up his second foul. And Ellis and McNulty will get out of there. And Baylor Carroll's got it again. Here he goes. Look out. Wow.
He went to that same play he's been doing. He likes to shift it over to that right hand and didn't fall that time.
And he got it to the front of the iron. No, he got the shot he wanted. It's fun to watch someone who can create a shot.
And he does it with better than anyone on the floor tonight, really.
Joe Walker used a lot of players right now, keeping his players fresh for down the stretch.
I think that's going to be a big factor. I think that's a good decision by Coach Walker.
Clark looking for the back door there. And he's going to get fouled by Smith. Carrington Smith picks up his second foul. It's fun, you're watching Naeem Cross down there. He's right in Freiberg's face, and the two of them are chatting. They're smiling like, isn't this fun?
That's how you do it. When you're Freiberg, you know you're going to draw the best defender night in, night out. I mean, that's what that kid does.
You love Warriors, don't you?
I do. I like this game. I everything about it. It's hard-nosed, hard-fought. It's not doubt.
And there you see Cross, and he's trying to wear down Freiberg a little bit, but he gets called for the foul. So Cross with his first foul.
You know, this is a championship game. Guys are going to go out a little bit. These whistles come in quick a lot. I'm saying letting them play a little.
Get it into Tommy Freiberg. Taken away by Carrington Smith. Smith's got it, gets it off to Baylor Carroll. He pulls up. Long look, downtown, buries it! Baylor Carroll on fire!
He's a warrior. He's a warrior. He knows how to win. He says, listen, I want the gold too. They've been here already too, don't forget. State College last year beating Mechanicsburg in a tough game. And Milton Hershey doing what they do. Clark's.
Boy, how about that move from Clark?
Clark's made a couple nice plays here in the second half when his teams need one.
He's got 10 points in this one. Underneath it goes off Barry Carroll. Up it is and in. Nice job of staying with it by Josh Perry. He's got 4. One pass from Carroll.
1 point game.
30 points, by the way, for Baylor Carroll. What a great game this has turned into. Clark, he was feeling it. Carroll's got it. He's off and running. Clark reaches, doesn't get called. Baylor Carroll's going to get fouled from behind. No, he doesn't. Ellis to Clark. Ellis runs down. That'll be the 4th foul. Or not Ellis, rather. Excuse me. That'll be Villarreal. Villarreal will get called for his second foul. Look at this. Mark Zerby not happy. He wanted to foul from behind there, and he probably had a good reason to ask for it.
And then back on the other end.
And then they get it back, and Villarreal will take down the Milton Hershey player who took the charge. Milton Hershey has not led this whole game. They now have a chance to do that. Up, in, and they've got the lead. First time all night long. Para finish it. Here goes Freiberg on the other end now, and Freiberg scores!
See, that's what State College will do to you. They'll find you sleep and they release early. We talked about that in that Harrisburg game. These guys, They know that they will win the battle of the boards most nights, and they release early. And if you don't get somebody back, see, Danye Baylor Carroll is your point guard, so he penetrates a lot. People don't get back, so if you take a look, that's what they do. And Freiburg's, they smell that. They smell that. And a lot of people call that, it's cherry picking. No, it's just basketball. If you don't rotate back, they get back.
24 points now for Freiburg in this one. Here comes Barry Carroll back on the other. Look at this move.
I think they got a foul call right out top.
Looks like it might be against Tommy Freiburg. That move was almost too good.
Here's one thing when you're playing defense against him, you cannot be baited into that spin move. People try to steal that spin move, and he goes right by you. You need to give him a step. You need to come off him a step. That's the difference. They can't cover him that closely.
Hard move to the basket there by Jaden Young. It's knocked out of bounds, and so Young will pull the trigger here in the inbounds play. 2-point lead now for State College. Underneath it goes, and Para is making his presence known in there. He's got 8 points.
Floor's a little wet.
So Para scores, ties it up, 58-58, 1:03 to go in the third quarter. They're cleaning up the floor right now. Last tie was at 4-4 at the 5:33 mark of the first quarter. So remember, it was 25-12 at the end of one here. Here comes Freiburg. You want to talk about Warriors, this guy is it. Man, 26 points in the game now for Freiburg. Isn't it amazing watching the stars show up in the big one like this?
Yeah, they're going to do it.
Para is just going to work on the inside. He's got 10 points. Josh Para.
He's 6'3". I think he plays a little bit bigger. He's a presence inside here in the second half, making a difference for Milton Hershey.
Clark thinking about the three. They're looking to post up Benner, and then Clark throws it away. They're making people other than their guards handle the basketball right now, and it's not quite as smooth as we normally see State College play.
Their pressure is forcing them to give the ball up to other people.
Look at this matchup. Clark against Carroll.
Clark at 6'5".
Carroll at 5'8".
Carroll. That's what I would do. Go to somebody else, relieve the pressure. You can come back to Carroll at another time. Don't have to force it to him. That's how you turn the ball over.
And Clark with a foul. So Brandon Clark picks up his third foul. Joe Walker scratching his head over there, saying you don't do that 50 feet away from the basket. 60-60, 21.8 to go in the third quarter. 4 turnovers this half for State College. Good hustle. They were looking for Rodriguez of the inbounds. Good defense by State College right there.
Something you might have to consider is not having Danye Baylor Carroll take the ball out.
He hit it right behind his hands. He's never brought it down. Freiburg. Oh, downtown Freiburg.
It's superstar time. It's big guy step-up time is what it is.
Freiburg with 32. Baylor Carroll, long pass, dangerous, cross court. Underneath. Para again. Para's not going to get this one to go. Back up strong, block. Freiburg in there, taking off his Clark. Clark coming full court with it. Baylor Carroll, and Baylor Carroll will get in his way. And that's danger time here for Baylor Carroll. That's his 4th foul. Ooh.
I don't know.
And you could say he ran in front of him. If he touched him, it was barely. But the guy, if you're Milton Hershey, one at the line here is Clark. Clark's going to try to beat the percentages right here, and he misses.
I mean, you're allowed to run in front of a guy, and if you touch him, it's a block. But as you said, Gary, I don't know. He breezed by him a little bit.
Clark again, Brandon Clark, looking for the bucket here. Up. No good.
Over the back.
You're going to get a foul called against McNulty.
McNulty goes over the back. They're going to go down the other end and shoot.
His 3rd foul. So Brandon Clark not able to convert. 4-point lead. 4.5 minutes to play. We got Grace Grill on witness protection down there on the baseline. They're shooting right in front of you, Grace. What do you got going on?
I mean, this is just a great mid-Penn matchup. I don't think anybody expected Milton Hershey to keep it this close in this game, and they are just fighting right now.
I think Milton Hershey did. Well, they obviously are here, and there's a guy I probably did too, Mark Zerby.
Well, we knew a little bit about them. They just won this just 2 years ago, and then, I mean, when you got number 2 on the floor, I mean, you really don't have to worry too much about being in the game because he can find ways to keep you in the game. But really, it's the inside play in his fourth quarter, late in his fourth quarter by Penn and Rodriguez has really been a difference.
How about Trayvon Ferguson making a big 2 here? There's Freiberg. Freiberg is just absolutely lighting it up.
You could put 4 guys on him, 5 guys on him right now. He's still going to find a way to score.
And then the answer on the other end is, once again, it's going to be Rodriguez coming to play. Man, the Stars are outshining tonight. Oh! Tommy Freiberg says, let me get in on this too. He buries a 3. He's got 17. And then Baylor Carroll. He misses. Yanked down by Ellis. Off and running. 5-point lead. All of a sudden, State College can open up some daylight. Not going to go. McNulty keeps it alive. Clark keeps it alive. Out front it goes. Baylor Carroll off and running. Freiberg's going to try to block it. Underneath it goes. In 2. Foul!
I'm sitting courtside and I get stunned for a moment. It takes my words away. Great plays, great passes.
12 points for Rodriguez. What a pass from Carroll. Freiberg was coming across to block Carroll's shot. He dumps it off. Watch this.
A last-minute dump off, too. Just hustle.
Good hustle everywhere you look. Now watch this. See Freiberg getting ready to block it. What a pass.
Goodness gracious.
And now Rodriguez, I'll tell you what, the guy with the toughest job in the building tonight is Chad Edwards, picking out our Capital Region Insurance Agency play of the game.
That right there is probably a great vote.
Yeah, he says it'll be the 25 tonight. This has just turned into a fabulous matchup here. Milton Hershey, by the way, 3 shy of their season average. State College 6 over their season average at scoring points right now.
Well, we knew both teams could score. I had a funny feeling this game would be in the 80s. I didn't mention it. I mean, just because his teams get up and down, they score.
Here's Rodriguez. Rodriguez misses it, and Ellis pulls it down.
Big misses in the free throws there, but turnover going right back.
And then the throwaway by State College, and Ellis. Joe Walker says, that's all right. Calm down. We're fine. I like Joe Walker. He's just so calm over there.
He has a good, calm demeanor. He really does.
His team represents his personality, too, I think.
They do.
Here's Baylor Carroll. Looking to make a move on Clark. Underneath it goes. Oh, my goodness. Inside again, and Rodriguez is just on fire right now. 14 for Rodriguez. Give Carroll credit again. Freiberg pulls up. Freiberg, another deuce. He's the answer. He's the answer. He's got 36. Remember the Shell Answer Man? Here's a tough turnover there. Here comes Tommy Freiberg, looking things over. Back to Drew. Drew pulling up again, lays it up, no good. In, Benner fouled. Benner on the glass. Max Benner with 4 points. That was a big bucket. We saw Benner get fouled inside. Now Benner missed the last 2 times at the free throw line, so let's see if he can finish it off this time. 5-point lead for State College. 2:50 to play. Benner up. Good.
That was a big play, big difference for State College in Benner's play.
Timeout on the floor. 84-78. State College leads it on High School Sports Live TV on ABC 27.
Every day, we pride ourselves in what we do. Hard work is put into every pre-owned vehicle we put on the road. We make sure they are all safe and reliable for your peace of mind. Your real value comes from the Hoffman name and the people that stand behind it. So if you're in the market for a pre-owned vehicle, just call me, Ryan.
Welcome back to Central Dauphin High School. State College leads Milton Hershey 84-78 in the boys Mid-Penn Championship. Let's get Grace Grill's perspective. She's down on the end line right now.
Well, State College is starting to come back alive. In the first half, we saw, not a normal State College team missing a lot of the buckets that they normally make, and they seem to just come alive in this last quarter.
Todd, there are no long runs now in this game. We got 2:50 to go. You're down by 2 long possessions. Talk a little bit about where Milton Hershey goes right now with the basketball.
Well, they're going to, Danya Baylor-Carroll's penetrating, but I think I like what I've seen in Rodriguez and Para penetrate and look to dish, and those guys have been doing a great job. They missed some foul shots that have been a key. That's the difference right now when State College built a little bit of a lead here.
Look at Baylor-Carroll. Long look, will not go. Rebound. Rodriguez again, and Rodriguez has just been the chairman of the boards up there tonight.
They're out hustling. They won the second half board game. Rodriguez and Para did. They single-handedly have kept Milton Hershey where they need to be because of the winning the glass.
Tommy Freiberg is out of there. He'll sit down. So here's Rodriguez heading back to the line. 13 out of 27 Milton Hershey is from the line tonight. 21 of 28 is State College.
And that's the difference. That's winning, only missing 7 free throws.
And there it is again, rearing its ugly head. You need to be perfect coming down the stretch down by 6 points. And you can be pretty sure here, either way, Milton Hershey's going to be trying to get that trap in the backcourt. It's both are missed. Tough misses for Rodriguez, who's been magnificent here tonight. Got to get it in the hands of this guy right now. They're double teaming, making him give it up. Ferguson is all over Freiberg. It's a big shot right here. Short. Baylor-Carroll's got it. He's trying to beat McNulty in the basket. Look at that. Baylor-Carroll in for 2 more.
See, you didn't need to shoot that. You really didn't need to take that if you're State College, because
35 for Baylor-Carroll. Up. Not going to go. Take it back. Stole back by McNulty. Looking underneath. He's got Clark. Clark makes a move. Clark might get called for a charge. Yep. Had him on the hip and bumped him down.
If you're State College, you got to remember, you got the lead. You're up 4 with 2 minutes to go. You got the lead. You can relax a little bit. The same thing happened to in that earlier game, Harrisburg girls tonight. They had to lead 4 or 5 points and started doing a few things like this and allowing that other team to get the ball back.
To put it back out in the hands of your playmakers,
exactly.
Don't you?
Yeah, put it in your playmakers. If they want to go ahead and take that shot, win and lose in the game, that's up to your playmakers.
35 in this one for Danye Baylor-Carroll. 36 for Drew Freiberg. Drew Freiberg threw up 45 this year against Harrisburg. That is not the guy you want to take in that shot.
He's been flat with it all night tonight, Jaden Young. He hasn't gotten a lot of arc on it, and just flat line driver.
You know, it's a time and score situation dictates also who do you want taking the shots where. Here's Benner. State College thinking about taking a shot they don't need, and now Baylor-Carroll's going to get fouled by Ellis, and I think for Ellis that'll be it.
That'll be 5.
Wow. Take a look at this. Trap in the corner, rotate a guy across to steal it, and there you see him. Baylor-Carroll's going to head back to the line.
It must be 4. They
must be only 4 against Ellis. I thought I had him for 5, but it's only 4. So here's Baylor-Carroll, number 36.
Competed and then win the whole thing. It's just really special, and I'm so happy to do it with my teammates over there. And we work really hard for it, so I'm really happy for our team.
Now, you guys, from a normal State College standpoint, you guys kind of came out a little off your game, and then you guys kind of took over in the second. You personally had 39 points. Talk about your game tonight.
Well, in the first half, I don't know what I was missing shots left and right, and we got into we kind of didn't play our game in the second quarter there, and we let them back in. But then we just buckled down, and we just had to play tough. Hats off to Milton Hershey; they were terrific. They sped us up, and that kid Danye, he's something.
Talk about how you guys carry this momentum heading into districts now.
We just want to keep it going. We got Altoona next Friday, so we're going to take a couple days off, but we'll get back in the film room and get back into the practice court, and we just want to keep going. So.
All right, guys, our Hoppin-Ford player of the game, Drew Freiberg. Gary, back to you.
Well, I'll tell you what a game he put on tonight. And he mentioned right there Barry Carroll or Baylor-Carroll. He played like Barry Carroll. He played like an NBA player tonight, Baylor-Carroll did. 37 points. And 15 out of 31 from the free throw line tonight for Milton Hershey, compared to 79% on the other side for State College.
Yeah,
so,
they'll talk about that. I mean, that's a big difference. I mean, that would have made a difference.
Well, this might be the biggest mystery of the night. Our Capital Region Insurance Agency play or plays of the game, Chad Edwards has been keeping this one under wraps. Let's see what he's got. Take a look at this.
It's the effort, the second effort. Now watch his pass. Whoop.
A no-look, cross-body, bounce pass to Rodriguez, and he gets fouled as well from Baylor Carroll.
One more time with it.
Look at this. Look at this. A little style at the end. He gives you a little French pastry with the hands, right?
Yeah, he gave a little extra.
Well, that was our play of the – and you could have probably chosen about 30 plays tonight. Grace, this was a fun one, any way you look at it.
This was so fun. Like, from the girls' game, carrying it into this one, it was just great talent all around. I felt like that last half especially, Milton Hershey would come down, score, and then State College would go back and answer, and it's just that energy. That's like, the Duke-UNC kind of atmosphere in here.
That atmosphere, that says it all. And it was a championship game, and it's Warrior-style game, and big players step up in championship games. And we had a great one tonight. One of my favorite games in a long time.
Yeah, it was really good. Mid-Penn championship here tonight. Two of them this evening. Harrisburg walking out 39-37. The Commonwealth doing pretty good here tonight. Take home both championships this year. We'll be back together again in a few weeks here, and it will be at the Giants Center for the 6A Boys Basketball Championship, 12:30 on March 3rd. And we've been so proud to bring this to you tonight. Chad Edwards and the great Invicta crew bringing you the pictures all evening long. Jim Gallagher doing a fantastic job here on Stats tonight. Thanks to Charlie Fortney, who always provides us with so much momentum throughout the evening. Grace Grill, wonderful work on the sidelines tonight. Of course, Todd McCall with just the best taking the game apart for you. I'm Gary Sutton. We want to thank you again tonight for joining us. Again, your boys Mid-Penn champion. They do it back-to-back. State College, 84-78 tonight over Milton Hershey. Have a great evening, everyone.
Man to man from here on out. Man to man from here on out.